There it is, there it is, there it is. Well, let's get this thing like how we always do. What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Most Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, vibing, don't you know? Nothing like a little fun with the technology, baby. But life is good, man. How are you?
Solid. Yeah. Feeling good. Feeling great, actually.
Nah, I like that, man. Good to see you again, too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see you other days and then come back in here and see you again, man.
Yeah, great
It's
weekend,
kind of vibe, man. It was a good little vibe, man. So, yeah, man. Life is good over here. You know, little brother came to visit, man. Definitely had a blast with him, man, for the weekend. Him and his lovely wife. And, yeah, man.
I got the invite.
You did, bro. You did get the invite, man.
You let the chat in on the weekend plans with Debbie, bro. Yeah.
I didn't remember. I guess I did, huh?
Yeah, Friday night was chill, and then Saturday night, you had Top Golf plans.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't, actually.
I don't think I did, bro. I definitely don't think, because I was going to say, I don't think I would have shared that much information, bro. Not on the front end. You see, I ain't even post right when it happened. I'm like, 2 days later, all right, now I'm going to drop this pic. Like, yeah.
You might be right, actually. Yeah, never mind. I'm blending. Times you were talking, I guess. You told me you were going to talk.
I definitely, yeah. I told it was on a podcast today. But it was definitely after the podcast. It was after
the podcast. But anyway, yeah. You went to Top Golf Saturday night, and I got the invite.
Yeah, bro. It was a vibe,
I just stopped through.
I was glad you actually pulled up. I was like, all right. Let me find out we ain't just coworkers. All right. I see you here.
Yeah.
So, no, man, it was good. And yeah, Mike could. That little big bro, he on his powerlifting now, man. He done got his size and everything. I was telling him, if I had your size, well, I would have ran it up a little bit more. But it's all good, man. It is all good, man. But nah, definitely was a good time out there, though, man. Good vibes for the weekend. And I actually hit him well for the first time, you know. First time swinging since last time since me and you played.
You had good shots.
Yeah, likewise. You see everybody. It was funny, right? Before Deke pulled up, everybody thought that I was a good golfer. They like, yo, you bombing these things. They going straight. And then Deke shows up. Deke hit his first shot. Everybody was like, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. And I was like, yeah. Shout out to Deke.
I felt good. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I was in mid-season form.
Bro, you crushed your joints, bro. I was like, I thought I was feeling good. You crushed yours, though, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but G was hyping me up. You and G were hyping me up too much before I stepped up.
We put a lot of pressure on you.
You guys were like, hey, he's
put a lot of pressure on you.
Pro type of stuff Deke's doing. I'm like, nah.
And we put the pressure on you, bro. But you lived up,
You're
bro.
setting the expectations too high. I need to drop them low. This is my first swing of the year. But it worked out good. I'm not going to lie. I felt good.
Bro.
I'm going to be playing this Saturday.
Where you at?
Where am I at?
Where you playing? Or is a simulator thing?
Actually, I have no clue. One of my buddies set up a tee time.
Oh, respect.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be nice.
Yeah.
So hopefully I could carry over some of that Top Golf mojo onto the actual course, because this is going to be a big showdown, 2v2 scramble.
Ooh, okay.
This is a group that is tied right now. This particular group of friends, how we've had it situated with the teams and everything, it's 1-1 over the course of like the last year and a half. So this is the rubber match.
All right.
Got to step up.
Stakes on the line? What's stakes?
Probably money.
All right, ain't nothing wrong with a little skin in the game. I like it. Yeah, bro. Good vibe. I need to get out there and play again, man. I'm going to try to figure out one of these days, one of these weekends.
It's supposed to be nice this week.
Oh, yeah, I said one of these weekends because, see, I've already booked up my, February. Unfortunately, I was like, here I am 2 weeks in. I'm like, how not even 2 weeks in, I'm 5 days in. It's like, yep, every free February gone. It's that quick. It's like, dang. But it's fun stuff, but it's like, dang.
It's a short month.
It's supposed to be a long month. It's supposed to be an impactful month. It's supposed to be a Black History Month.
That's true.
We got an extra day this year. Come on, D. Don't stall me out. I got 29 days, man. All right? I got 29 whole days. I'm trying to fit everything that I could fit in 29. My brother came to visit, hung with you. Hannibal trying to say I got my new son-in-law with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of that going on. You know what I mean? We got some trips coming up. We got some impactful stuff. We trying to do it all in 29 days.
I saw you guys bonding
Don't
pretty
do
good.
that. See, you doing a lot. You doing a lot. You doing a lot. You know what I'm saying?
You guys were getting along.
It was sections. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was our section. It was their section. It was like, I could see y'all. Remember that? Watching. All right. Better not be no PDA today. I tell you that one.
And you just reminded me that I already botched up the Deke thought for today because I forgot a Black History Month fact.
Oh, come on, D.
I do have another good Deke thought, though. I do have another good one.
D, we 3 episodes into Black History Month, and we ain't had a Black History
It's
fact
it's a bad look for me.
That's crazy.
It's a bad look for me, considering you're my boss and also co-host.
No, don't be like that. They gonna say you sabotage Black History Month. Because it's you too. They like, yo, if it was me doing it, oh, it's all right. But because it's you, it's like when we compare players, you compare the white guys, I compare the black guys. It just don't look good that you the one dropping the ball right now. I'm just throwing it out there. Blame Deke.
Well, I know I could definitely make up for it by watching Friday and is it Coming to America?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could watch those and
like
I'll be better going forward. With
the fact that you remember those two names still, those 2 show names, 2 movie names, like we're in the right direction. We're in the right direction, man.
You don't want to hear the thought, though?
I do want to hear the
thought. It actually starts off with a question.
Let's get it, bro. Let's do it.
In your heart of hearts,
okay, if
Dawson Knox or Dalton Kincaid was dating Taylor Swift, would the Bills be in the Super Bowl?
Probably not. Because you're still fighting Mahomes' machine, bro. I do feel like it would definitely help them a lot, though. But I do feel like you still fighting the golden boy, which is Mahomes. It's like, that's like the trifecta.
Like if she was dating Mark Andrews.
You know? I don't think it hits the same. I think it's going to hit still. But the golden boy is Pat Mahomes. They're still pushing the GOAT narrative. So it's just so happened like perfect storm,
That's the problem. That's what I was thinking earlier today.
It's perfect storm,
The problem with Taylor Swift dating Travis Kelce, and a lot of people out there think this is set up for the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl because of the Taylor Swift effect.
Yeah.
And all the new viewers that are going to be watching.
But she's dropping a new album. So if they lose, maybe you get a heavy redemption bar from her in this. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be careful with that. It's multiple ways I think it could go. But I do feel like you fighting a big machine with Taylor, Mahomes.
Yeah, it just so
Kelce,
happens she
Reed.
picked the tight end on the team that has been to 6 AFC championships and has Patrick Mahomes on their team.
And you got the tight end that is arguably going to go down as the GOAT or one of the greatest tight ends, just depending on how people view him. You know, if you're looking for receiving or all around or however they view it, he's going to be in those combos.
So it's hard to argue that it was completely rigged in the Chiefs' favor because they've already been to Super Bowls and have already been really good. But if, like, Taylor Swift was dating Dalton Schultz on the Texans, all of a sudden they had this magical run out of nowhere, got a couple calls in the playoffs, then it would make more sense.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking earlier. That's the problem with this whole Taylor Swift thing and her dating Travis Kelce.
But at the same time, it's like...
Pat Freiermuth let us down. I'll be honest. Pat Freiermuth let us down.
Who was he dating?
Well, he's supposed to be dating Taylor Swift.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like, dude, you go out there and say, like, hey, Taylor, like, what's up? Like, I tried giving you my number.
Kelce did shoot his shot.
I know,
first.
that's what I mean. He did it on a podcast or something.
Yeah, we remember. We laughed at it. We was like, all right.
Freiermuth let us down.
And now look what happened, bro.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. That's actually a great call, bro.
But that was just a vague thought because I know, you know, heading into the Bills and Chiefs game, you were talking about going up against the machine, not only the Mahomes machine, but also the Swift machine. Yeah. So I was just wondering if you think that could have been enough of a counterbalance if she was dating one of your Bills tight ends.
I think it makes it close.
Say she was dating Freiermuth.
I think it makes it close.
Maybe did the Steelers win that wild card game?
It makes it close. But once again, whenever you face Mahomes, they're going to hit you with this is the AFC Championship, and you know all the stakes on the line. The only guy that's beat him in the AFC Championship was Brady. First loss of his regular season was Brady. The only time he was lost in the Super Bowl was Brady. So if you're not Brady, then you don't stand a chance. And now, but he still ain't do it, you know, in the Super Bowl. But you're right, though.
They beat him in the one AFC Championship.
You know, but it's just like, man, I just feel like it's a lot of that with the machine, man. They want that storyline. Bro. And when the machine wants that storyline on top of it, that's a tough one to beat,
man. So as a pure NFL fan, if you don't really have a rooting interest in this, you want the 49ers then, right?
Not necessarily. Because only hardcore football fans have the big issue with Taylor Swift. Remember, it's more Taylor Swift fans than it is NFL football fans.
No, I'm talking about it being like rigged. It was, it was all set up.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But then again, that's our football fans that even say
that. I guess it depends on how the game plays out. If we're seeing the Chiefs get some of these terrible calls, then...
The only people that be on it's rigged are the ones that are super diehard and got a lot invested in it emotionally and sometimes financially. They go crazy about that, you know. But I don't think that's like the narrative for a lot of the people, man.
Well, they had some bad calls even last year. It had nothing to do with Taylor Swift in that Chiefs-Eagles game. The whole Bradbury holdout. I still feel like that was That was just terrible. Come on. They were letting more stuff go the whole game, and all of a sudden, 3rd and 8. All right, let's call this on Bradbury, on Juju. All right. This is how we're gonna end the Super Bowl. That was terrible.
Hey man.
Yeah,
offense, man.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. But that was just a general thought I had earlier today. Just random. Has nothing to do with Googling facts or
I like how my
interesting
man
facts
said,
online.
I'm blaming Pat Fryer Booth. He said, yo, Booth, you supposed to be dating her. This is your fault. Yeah.
Yeah, be better.
Yeah.
Be
but
better.
do we even know if Muth is single? Have we looked into that part? I just don't know. Maybe we put him in a bad spot if we just throwing that he should, been hollering at Taylor. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, either way.
Because I would have been like, what about Kenny? But I'm like, Kenny, he's married. So you stay away from that one.
I think it's got to be the team's tight end. Just so it's apples to apples. So Fryerman.
Darnell Washington. Why you only pick white tight ends? What's up with that, bro? I just thought about that.
Well, I was going
you
for the
literally
tight end
named
one.
3 tight ends that are all Caucasian.
Right.
He's like, Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid, Pat Frymouth, Mark Andrews. Like, God, dog. What about Isaiah Likely? He don't get no
I
love?
was thinking tight end 1. Tight end 1. Travis Kelce's tight end 1. So hold on. Yeah, you're right. I did bring up Dalton Schultz.
Man, you just
Evan Ingram with the Jaguars.
Thank you. Now, was that hard?
No,
Jeez,
not at
man.
all. Not at all.
Maybe she doesn't just like that type. Maybe she's versatile. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we can't put her in a box. You don't want to get put in a box. Don't put her in a box.
That's fair. That's very fair. Sorry, Taylor.
Yeah. So there we go. Maybe that's what we did. Took her with Darnell Washington.
Yeah.
Darnell should have taken a
What
shot.
about the Giants? Darren Waller?
But Darren was with the Hooper. With the
Oh, he's already married.
I think they getting divorced though.
Really?
Yeah. Plum, Kelsey Plum. That's the one. Yeah. He was with Kelsey Plum.
Oh.
Yeah. They had married while they were together in Vegas. He was playing with the Raiders, and then once the trade happened, then who knows? But they filed for like divorce recently. I remember seeing. I was like, dang, another one bites the dust.
Well, here's the thing. Jeff H brings up, and I kind of knew this. Darnell Washington is a taken man with children.
Oh, there we go. See,
that's why I didn't bring him up.
Look.
That's why I didn't bring him up. He has 3 kids.
How would I know? I'm not checking.
I didn't know
I don't
either.
check for that.
Yeah, I didn't
man.
know either, to be honest.
That's why I just simply ask. The same way we asked about Booth, we go ask. It's like, yo, just don't throw it on him like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think Muth is out there with
any
Instagram. All right.
There you go.
All right, fine.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
That's it.
Go for it.
That's age back 1. How about that? Yeah, that works.
It's too late. So who's the next Taylor Swift? It's too late for Taylor, I guess, right now, unless they get a divorce.
They ain't even married yet,
That's
bro.
true. It feels like they
You
are.
hit me with the Romo, bro.
It feels like they are.
Jeez, they ain't even engaged.
Did you hear his explanation for that?
No, bro.
He said he did it on purpose.
That's dangerous. Don't put that on.
He said he did it on purpose because of how everyone reacted to his relationship with Jessica Simpson.
They went crazy. I remember that.
So he wanted to make a little bit of a joke about it.
They went crazy on him with that. Yeah. But it was because this play was questionable. Did she come in the picture? Be like, bro, is this because of
it was? He was
bro?
playing lights out before she started going to the game.
Yeah, she come to the game, and this is back peak Cowboy fan Moats over here. We like, bro, who is this lady? And why she messing you up, Tony? Like, I don't like her no more. Yeah. And then you got all the other ladies. They like, oh, we love Jessica. This is great. It's Jessica Simpson. We like, bro, she's messing up my quarterback. This is bad. Get her out of here. So, yeah, bro.
So who would work for being like the next Taylor Swift?
You said Glorilla. There you go. Go on the front end. All right. This is like early Taylor. This is like when Kanye took the microphone from her Taylor. That's, you get her at this age. Get her on the front end.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
because Nicki Minaj, that's too like
Beyonce.
She's too grown. Nicki's too grown for that.
Beyonce's married to
yeah,
Jay-Z.
Nicki's married too. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
I don't know.
Cardi B's married. Yeah, get you a Lotto or something. Lotto, Glorilla, one of the young gunners is coming up. Coyle Ray, yeah, any of them young ones. Yeah. I think that'd be peak because they all in like that same like mid or 20s issues. Yeah, just blossom together. No way. There you go, Glorilla and GP, because they did do the little date. You saw the date. You saw?
No, I didn't.
It was on NFL, like on the NFL joint, bro. Yeah, they had a little sit down.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if it was like 4.
Was it around the same time?
Yeah, when she came over to visit.
Tomlin?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they definitely like shot a whole little.
Noriega agrees with that too.
Yeah, they shot a whole little like thing. It was like a 1-on-1. I was like, all right, but I ain't know the energy on this. So I just left it alone. And I knew that, you had little eyes for it, so I didn't want to push the issue and have you and GP going at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me and GP are cool.
Yeah, so I was like, let's leave you alone. Willie the Steeler got 420. You are out of pocket, bro. You are out of pocket. All right? Stop it. You recommended the wrong name, okay? Technically you're right, but no, we don't want to recommend that one, okay? We like my dog Shay. Shout out. Skeeter Jones brings up Victoria Monet. Okay. Yeah, so some ladies out here, SZA, you know what I mean? So if he wants to go the R&B route, we got some options for who the next Tay could be, man.
What a name, Skeeter Jones. I've had to have said that before because he's an Upper Room member.
Yeah,
that's a great name.
It's fire. It's elite, bro.
Amazing name.
Yeah. I like it, man. I like it.
But yeah, that was a thought earlier today.
Bro, shout out to you. I'm just glad that y'all could put this on Deke. Deke brought up Taylor Swift today, guys. Remember that. Not me. Deke brought up Tay. But she is dropping a new album. I don't know if you know that, bro. She's dropping a new album, so you better be ready. All right?
I heard.
You better be ready, man.
Did you watch the Grammys?
I don't ever watch it, but I follow enough of it to know, who won, who lost, and if I feel like it was a snub or not, that type of stuff. So,
I just saw the Fast Car duo of Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs. Like, it was unbelievable.
Yeah. Nah, respect, man. Respect.
That was so good. Yeah, I saw that video, but I didn't watch any of the other Grammys or anything like that.
See, for me, I'm a Jay-Z guy. I watched Jay-Z's speech. I was like, yo, that's my dog. That's my dog. But other than that, man, yeah. I mean, it's always subjective stuff, so how I go. It's music.
No, that Fast Car was unbelievable. Because she did the original song. He did the cover recently. Yeah. So I don't even know what to call it. Is this like a Fast Car cover?
Yeah.
But she's in it. The original singer's in it.
You're right. That doesn't make it a cover if the original is in it. Is it a remake?
A duo, a mashup.
Yeah, I don't know. Good call on that, though, man.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Nah.
Unbelievable.
I like it, man. I like it. Yeah, Jeff H, man, I get it, bro. I get it. They be robbing people. That's what they say, man. The album of the years, all that type of stuff, man. It get kind of weird, man. But it's all good. And yes, Philip Hopkins, Jay-Z gave us the more civilized, buttoned-up version of Kanye.
What'd he say?
Basically that a lot of y'all don't deserve to win these awards, even be in these categories, but y'all are here, and I accept my award. But when I get nervous, I tell the truth. He got like the global impact for like just lifetime type stuff. Okay. So he's like giving the award, and he's like, when you just think about some of these people that win, and he's valid. It's like you'll have people that win awards, major category awards that kind of don't fit, or at the same time, you kind of looking at it like, all right. What's the criteria for this being viewed as like a award-winning song? It's not the most pop, it's not the most selling in terms of money or streams, or just however you want to, put the criteria together.
It's rigged. Kind
of like how we feel about the Pro Bowl and All Pro. I think it's very similar to that. So it's like guys are gonna win, or guys get voted to the Pro Bowl, and it's like you're not taking anything away from them because they still did put together a dope body of work. But it's been times where we look at certain players and we're like, Myles Garrett and TJ Watt, for crying out loud. Myles Garrett, we said, is a great player. But if he wins Defensive Player of the Year this season over TJ Watt, we're going to feel like TJ was absolutely robbed.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from Myles Garrett in terms of his greatness.
No, but in terms he's the second or third best.
But we just feel like TJ Watt this season was better than him. So the Grammys, to me, it kind of has that vibe to it. It's like you'll see a guy win, like Killer Mike. Love Killer Mike. It's like OG, though. You know what I mean? Like, think like old school Madden, like 0405. But it's like, he wins the award. It's dope that he won it, but then you look at a Travis Scott or a Drake, and you're like, well, dang, man, how you win that over? These is way more album, single, song, but that's a part of it. So I kind of look at the Myles Garrett situation as the comparison.
Well, you see some of these signs are pointing in the right direction for TJ recently.
I hope so, man.
Like, I think he won the player vote recently.
I hope so.
Basically, all these, like, little
you said
awards
all the ones that
aren't
don't matter?
the official awards. Yeah, all the ones that don't matter.
Yeah.
Are leaning in TJ's direction. It started out Myles Garrett with like the PFF award, and I think it was a Players Association one.
Yeah.
Like those were the two. Started off in favor of Myles Garrett, but everything since then, and there's been like 4 or 5 different lists or different awards from different publications. Mm-hmm. They've all been going TJ's direction.
My whole thing is just like, man, these are all well and good, and every award matters, but this is kind of like with all due respect. You know what I mean? I'm like, don't be giving them all these if you're not gonna give it.
Well, it's
like
just good to see.
one.
It's not Myles Garrett for everyone, right?
No,
That's
I
would
agree,
be I'd be even more concerned.
Yeah, I'm just saying the fact that it was even a conversation is what always has me concerned.
Yeah, it's
because
sad.
what,
the door's
what
open.
has changed?
The door is open. You're right.
I'm like, outside of just time elapsing, nothing has actually changed from when the ballots were finally casted and everybody said what they said, and all the media pundits, the same way they pushed the Lamar Jackson as the MVP, they was pushing the same Myles Garrett type convo. That's my only issue with it. I'm just like, I gotta wait until they finally announce the real one, because this just seems like the, all right, let's we get these votes in now. This ain't gonna hurt nothing right here. But when the big boy drop and we all be over here like, God dang it. Was that Thursday? Yeah. Is it Thursday or Friday night? One of these. It's up there. It's
coming up.
Yeah, it's either Thursday or Friday.
It's in a few days.
Yeah, man. That's my whole thing. I'm just like, bro, don't play with us, man. Don't play with us.
You got anything else to start off the show here? Any Moats thoughts?
Shoot, man. Nah, I was vibing out, bro. We got a chance to talk a little Grammys in here, man. I ain't tripping on that. Shoot. So other than that, man, life's good. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this ad, you know, because we are sponsored today, so we gotta make sure we get them on the front end of this thing. And other than that, man, we gonna vibe out. So
sure,
if you good, I'm good. You know what we'll do is drop it in the comment section where you're tuning in from, so that way we can give you those big boy shout outs to start the day's show. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button one time for the culture. But on the front end of this thing, Deke, today's episode is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. You know, the top rated sports booking app in all of North America. I mean, it's safe, secure, and of course it is reliable. And even though we are getting to the final game of the NFL season, we do know that you got action because you got the big game this weekend. And who doesn't want to have a little fun, potentially making some money in the big game while you're watching it, right? So, beautiful way to do that is like this, man. When you download that Sportsbook app, you're going to need to make that first deposit, minimum $5. But if you use the promo code MOATS, M-O-A-T, you will receive up to $200 in free draft deposit bonus money. I was about to mess that all up. But more importantly, we understand that sometimes you can struggle. Sometimes you might have a gambling problem. You might even need crisis counseling or even referral services. Well, if you're living in New York, you see it's a beautiful number right there that you could text. But you know, for everybody else, the number to dial is 1-800-GAMBLER. I said a 1-800-GAMBLER. I said you better Whoa, 1-800-GAMBLER. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming, baby. Let's get these shout outs rolling.
Raw dollars from the 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Southside, baby.
Southside. We ain't sharing the line today. We Southside today. But I like it.
No. Zach, 4499 603 Durham, New Hampshire.
Shout
Happy
out.
Monday, y'all.
Shout out.
Tito Good Vibes, 817 Fort Worth, Texas, Funky Town.
I see Aaron T. I see. He said, "Well, is that the voice of an angel? Something like it, huh?" The infamous Tim. He said, "Man, I don't even need new headphones. My voice just sounds perfectly coming through the speakers." Shout out. Noah Hood said, "Woo." He almost got a noise complaint for how just melodic it sounded. He's like, "Yo, where is this? Is this the heavens? Where we over here?" I get it, bro. I get it. It's like that. They confuse me with Taylor Swift at times because the range. I got a little Miley Cyrus in me too. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? She won a Grammy too last night. I don't know if you know that.
Really?
Shout out to Miley. Hannah Montana.
She's still putting out music. I didn't even know that.
I did not know either. I was very surprised. I was like, "Oh, shout out to Miley Cyrus." It was like it's her first Grammy. I'm like, "Holy smokes. I would have never guessed it, bro." I thought the Wrecking Ball got it. But either way, salute her. Yeah. Better late than never. Told you, bro.
Going back to the whole conversation with Jay-Z and him calling out people that shouldn't have won awards. It was the same with, what's the one for movies?
Oh, the Oscars. Yeah.
Is that what it is? DiCaprio for the longest time, right?
Same concept. Yeah.
There were so many times he was getting snubbed. Then he won one for The Revenant,
and
which probably wasn't his best one.
Nah. And that's the part where they complain about it is like, how does that work when over all the other, like, just classics that, you know, DiCaprio has been a part of? But when it's the awards, it's subjective, and you just never know what the agenda might be or who they're trying to push it in. And like I said, man, they're all valid. You know, and it's not that we're saying that these are terrible bodies of work. It's just that we feel the majority, whether we're talking concert sales, whether we're talking streams, whether we're talking attendance, just any of those metrics, all of those things point to this person being the guy this year. And it's like, well, how do you use, what metrics are you using to identify this person as having this body of work that should be more decorated than this one?
Who do you think got snubbed? Who's the guy you're thinking of?
To me, Travis Scott, Utopia, absolutely.
That's the
album
one
of the
Killer
year.
Mike
Absolutely.
won? Okay.
Well, because he won all three. He won album of the year. He won song of the year, and then he it was like rap artist of the year. He won all three. And it's like, I get it. Historically, man, Killer Mike is one of them dudes taking it back to Outkast, right? Definitely one of them guys. But we talking the difference of, like, you know, it's like 10, 15 year difference of when that was his vein or his run. Now, he did drop, you know, this summer. It was a dope Scientists and Engineers. That was with Andre 3000 Future. It was a dope song. It was a dope vibe, and they pushed it. I just feel
Does
like,
he have any popular songs from that album?
that was the most popular one. You catch what I'm saying? But it was more so on like the, if you were OG like hip hop head, like when you got 3 Stacks, Killer Mike, Futures, like, we respect that. That's Atlanta. That's like fire. But to me, I'm like, we compare that to some of this Utopia stuff. We compare that to some of this Drake, the Her Loss with him and 21 Savage. That's my only thing. I'm just like, I get it. If we just talking, you know, from a historical standpoint, yes. But we talking just this year, Deke, I said the name of the song. You was like, huh? You catch my drift? And that won rap song of the year. That's part of what the conversation is surrounding it. And like I said, I mess. I rocks with Killer Mike. I do. So yeah, bro.
X Concepts.
Wow, damn, yeah, I almost dropped this boy.
I'm just gonna say 724 Claridge, PA. Who's tuning in from?
Shout out.
John Easton tuning in from 412 Crafton. Arthur Smith said Kenny is his QB. Now, I did hear the same interview that John Easton did. I think people are stretching what Smith said about Kenny a little bit. But I feel like he acknowledged it, like, yeah, me and Kenny got to have a good relationship, and insinuated that, yeah, Kenny's the QB1, he's the starter.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was anything like, yeah, we're just giving the job to Kenny, he's above reproach, no competition type of thing.
You know how it is, though, man. He cut his mustache, he sat down and did an interview, man, and people, you know, anything that he's saying that, man, we gonna get hype about.
He really didn't say anything.
But he said
specifically
he
about
said,
Kenny or Kenny's play. He's like, I got to build a relationship with him.
But that was just enough for the people that want to take that and go with it. I was one of the people that took he watches the podcast because he cut his mustache off. That was, people said that, and I was like, you know what? I like that energy. I'm gonna just roll with that one. You know?
I think he's had it cut, though.
It don't matter. That's the first time I saw the picture of him with it cut.
I think he cut it at some point during the regular season because the Falcons were losing or something.
I don't know nothing. All I know is every picture I've seen, he's had the mustache,
He needs to keep it clean shaven.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
Noam, Ottawa, Canada. Draft Mims and Van Pran.
All right.
I think those are the two Georgia guys on the O-line.
I seen Mims, they done mocked them to us a couple, or at least one of these ones I just recently saw.
I'll say a few more. J. Mel, 206 Seattle, Washington.
Shout out.
Shays from the 209 Modesto, California.
Shout out to Modesto.
And Ethan Leach, final one. 417 Shellknob, Missouri.
All right, man. Well, let me holler at the homie Quan Summit in the 323 Watts, California. Broderick Pritchett in the 314 STL. Shout out to St. Louis. And then after that, we got PH3 in Okinawa, Japan. Salute you, man. Of course we're good, man. Hopefully you're good as well on your side of town, baby. Let's see. DJ Lundy in the 757 Norfolk, VA, a.k.a. the crib. And then let's see, who will I finish with? Oh, shout out to Bart Bosquetto in the 805,000 Oaks, California. Let's get it. All right.
What? Just hit the supers up.
Yeah, let's start with that. I mean,
we got Senior Bowl talk.
Because we got Senior Bowl topics, but I wonder, because we got Senior Bowl, we obviously going to talk a little former teammate as well, man, L. Bell headlines.
Oh, my.
Yeah, man. Bro, low-key, I was laughing. It was on ESPN. I don't even know if you peeped it.
I'm not going to lie. I actually kind of believe him. But I guess we'll get to that whenever we bring him up. But
I was like, oh, that's a headline on ESPN, bro. Yeah, it was definitely. Today is what, Monday? Yeah, it was just flashing on the ticker. Mm-hmm.
There's only so much you could talk about with the Chiefs and 49ers. You need stuff like that to get you through the week.
We got Taylor. Oh, now y'all want to talk Taylor. She won something. She want to share a little award. Shout out to Tay.
Not on ESPN, no.
It's Taylor though.
No.
She's big as ESPN.
No, that's good, but I mean, just for day by day sports content, no, we don't need to be talking about her winning Grammys or dropping her album or anything.
And she did it while Travis was not there because Travis was landing in the Super Bowl. He was landing in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were upset still.
Man, there was one guy on the 49ers. Did you hear this?
What happened?
Where he was talking about Super Bowl week. And this makes me want to pick the Chiefs and just put a lot of money on the Chiefs.
Oh, no.
He said something like, I'm in Vegas. Like, I'm going to have a week or we're going to have time beforehand. Like, I'm gonna be able to, like, turn up for a few days. I was just like, even if you're going to do that, don't say that.
I don't want to hear that.
That's terrible.
Hey, look, you seen what happened? Was it Malcolm Butler, right? Man, whatever happened, they bench him over the night. Yeah, I'm just like, yo,
I don't know who it was, but you can't say that. That just that gave off some really bad vibes, bad mojo for the Niners right there.
Lock in, need to be locked in.
Steel Nation on fire, Moats. How you feel about? Oh, there it is. First
shoot, right out the gate, man.
How you feel about Bell trying to return?
Man, well, hold on there. We ain't gonna just talk L. Bell without giving him his due diligence. All right. Shout out to my partner, them. All right. We gonna talk him. We gonna talk him with some dago respect. Shout out to my dog L. Bell. All right. If y'all don't know what's going on, my dog Le'Veon Bell was doing I think it was a pod. No, I think he was just doing like a live, like just talking.
He was on Snapchat.
Yeah, he was just talking and, basically said that he's going to give himself a couple of months or a couple of weeks real quick to see where his body feels. But if it feels like it's supposed to, he is going to make a return to the NFL, but under one stipulation. He only wants to return to that one team and that one team only, implying the Pittsburgh Steelers, obviously. Now, if I remember correctly, L. Bell is 31?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's 31, okay? Has not played since 2020? Was it 2020? It's like around that time frame. Yeah, around 2020-ish. So it's been a couple of seasons now that he's been out, okay? Now
maybe 2021.
I'm about to say, is that time frame? It's like 2020, 2021.
Buccaneers combo.
That's what I was trying to figure out, bro. It's in that range.
Didn't make it the full way.
Definitely in that range.
Either way, that's 2 years.
2 years. At least 2 years removed. So multiple ways that you can kind of look at that, right? The one way is he's healthy, all right? Hasn't taken any new hits, any new punishment, any new injuries.
Body feels the best it ever has, in his words.
Which makes a lot of sense.
So 2021.
2021.
Yeah, 2 years.
So, like I said, from one perspective, yeah, he's probably well-rested, feeling great, feeling healthy. Now, we know that he was still boxing during this time frame. So, to an extent, you know that he's kept himself at least at a high level of conditioning physically. But you also take certain damage when you're talking about just being a fighter, right? Punching, getting hit, running back, you ain't trying to deal with that type of stuff. Anywho. Now, the downside or the cons to it is you haven't been playing NFL football in the past 2 years. Just in the sense of, man, not cheating the game. We know it's a certain speed when you get out there that is unlike anything that you can't replicate it anywhere. And that's part of the issue with when you don't play on a team trying to stay in shape, trying to have your vision, your reaction, your reflexes, what they need to be. That's my big issue with it. 2 years removed. Now, L. Bell is a heck of a player when he was here the first go around. We know since then it's been a different story for whatever reason we want to put out there. But, yeah, here we are. If we talking just a 90-man offseason roster, sure, I don't hate it. But at the same time, he's past the point where it's just cheap to bring him in because of how many years he's played in. So even his minimum is still going to cost more than if I'm going to get me one of these rookies out of one of these colleges.
And is he going to be better than these rookies? Or a dude that you could draft in the 6th, 7th round, unrestricted or undrafted?
We got Jalen Warren, unrestricted free agent, bro.
Yep.
Think about that, man.
Isaiah Pacheco is a 7th round pick.
Yeah.
Not saying they all hit, but
It's just, and they're a lot cheaper. And even if they don't hit, you still have special teams element to go along with it as well. For me, L. Bell, I just never saw him do any team stuff.
That's what I was thinking about him versus even just Godwin Igwebuike. Could he be an upgrade as RB3? Maybe, but does he give us the special teams like Godwin?
And that's the difference. And it's like, as running back 3, how often is running back 3 getting touches? How many carries did Godwin Igwebuike have this season? And that's, like I said, part of my only.
If any.
I don't think he did. That's part of my only issue with it. It's like, yeah, I love the nostalgia part of it. And instantly for me, I shared the locker room for 4 years. I was a part of the mixtapes in practice when we over here like, bro, that's what this looked like every single day. You know how hard this is to practice against this every single day? So, yeah, it's burnt in my mind a little bit different than some of the other people's. But I just think, man, to me, 2 years removed is not just you going to pick this thing up and just come back in it. And I also think of just the style of play that he played with our current offensive line. I don't think that meshed, bro. I'm just saying.
He had arguably the best O-line in the league for that time period.
It was us in Dallas. Yeah. I just think that this would be a very different set of circumstances. Yeah. But I don't blame him, man. I get it, bro. When you sitting and it's and it's not the off season, but it's like, yo, you just getting further into your retirement, man. You go through these phases. I promise you, this is normal. That's why I don't even like laugh at like the scenario, because I do get it's like, yo, people like, oh man, elbow, what you triple, you broke. It's like, nah, you don't even be broke. You're bored, because since you yay height, all you've done was work to be in the league and playing year round, and now you 2 years removed of I'm not doing football anymore. You be like, bro, all right, what am I doing with myself? All right, maybe I need to get back to this thing. All right, I'm boxing. All right, now I'm not boxing anymore. Okay, maybe I can come back in football. I get back in football shape. Yeah, shoot, it ain't that crazy. If I could do this, I could do that. There's some running backs that are older. He probably looking at Latavius Murray like, yo, man, this dude's still playing. They was on a roster together, you know? He looking at Leonard Floyd or Leonard Fournette. It's like, bro, he's still getting roster spots.
Adrian Peterson.
AP, he's like, yo, so to an extent, I totally understand it. I get it. I just personally think that time is past. And that's one of the hardest things you got to do is be able to, like, find that piece. I'm like, yo, if you want to ball that bad, man, I don't think you get that opportunity at the NFL. But if it's legitimate, bro, they just merged that USL and XFL, man. And I ain't even trying to be like funny, but it's like, yo, if you really want to make a return, that's what a league like that is set up for. And you can do it right now.
That might be the better way to do it. Because if you ball out there,
okay,
then you really have our interest, or at least more than what it is right now.
Right. What did Martavis Bryant do? Martavis was gone for how many?
Although he was bad.
Did he not get a job in the National Football League after that opportunity?
He did.
If he never takes that opportunity, is he getting that job in the National Football League?
I don't know. To be honest, because he still needed to get cleared. So with him just getting cleared,
my thing is this,
I think that's why the Cowboys signed him.
I don't think it's as cut and dry as you're making it sound, bro. When you haven't seen a person play football, you don't care about what their name is. You're not about to employ them when you're talking about just constructing a roster. You had to physically see this dude run. Even though he wasn't the most productive statistically, you still saw, bro, that's a big frame that could still run fast in a straight line and it could still block bare minimum. What if I can get this back to the form that it used to be? That was why. But you had to see it run around first to even believe that. Otherwise, what's the difference of if we just start calling out retired guys and say, would you sign this guy? You like, I ain't seen him in how many years? Would you sign him? You like, no, you still want to see him. So that's my thing with L. Bell. It's like, this league, man, you kind of got some time because it's about to be starting up. They just did their draft.
Do we even have a Pittsburgh team anymore?
You got the Maulers still.
I don't think we do. I think they got
in terms of the merger and stuff, yeah.
I think they did.
Yeah, but either way, it's like, I mean, it's multiple. If he was trying to get on, it's a squad, whether you're talking that merger or even, I think it's still some leftover USFL teams also that didn't all the way join that whole UFL.
Dude, if Le'Veon Bell wants to play in this league, he's going to play in the league.
I'm just saying,
you would be an idiotic team owner if you don't try to bring in Le'Veon Bell.
To an extent, yes, but also you have to remember, if you're trying to run a business, what is your business model and is it sustainable? This goes back to the Johnny Manziel argument. If Johnny Manziel says I want to play, you're going to give him all this money, but if he doesn't show up, he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, you just waste the money. That's a terrible business model.
I'm with you on that. I think Le'Veon Bell's more authentic than a Johnny Manziel or an AB doing this type of stuff.
I would also agree.
You could just even tell with how he's talking. I think he's legit about wanting to sign with the Steelers, play with the Steelers.
I do too, though, and that's why I'm kind of saying how I am. Like, I wasn't even laughing. I'm like, if you going to do it, bro, I think you got to do this spring league. Like, but that's one of the hardest things because a dude like him, I think if how my mindset is, I'm like, bro, I wouldn't do a league like that because I don't think I need to. I'm like, I'd never reach the heights that L. Bell reached, bro. So just the mindset to say I'm going to go play in a league that is not the cream of the crop, the best of the best, that I've worked my tail off and earned to be here and lived it for how many years consecutively? Bro, that's a humble pie, bro.
It is.
And I just don't know what his temperament on that is right now. But if he's down to humble himself, and the same way we said like a Tay, or we talked about a Reuben Foster and some of these other dudes playing in them leagues, it's like if he'll humble it and do it, he could. All it's going to take is 1 or 2 games. Let's be real.
Yeah.
He ain't got to play the whole time, bro. He put 1 or 2 games. We see that dead leg or something low that we like, yep, you straight. We bring you back. It's worth the offseason.
So I have mixed emotions overall on this. Because on one side of it, as I said, I actually do think Bell is actually pretty pure in his intentions here. He said he'd only play for one team, and that's the Steelers.
So you said it's not the AB?
No.
Because AB has said it a couple of times too.
No, not AB. No, definitely not AB.
But he said it first. AB did say it first.
AB just flat out wants attention. Now, Bell might be looking for some attention, but I also think he does legitimately want to play and have some redemption here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would make it about him. I think he would take whatever role was given, because he also acknowledged that if I could start in the league, I'd go to another team, but I don't think I'm going to be able to start anymore. So if he comes here, he knows he's going to be depth in the running back room. And I would assume he'd fall in line and just be like, whatever's best for the team.
Oh, yeah. And I would just piggyback. I wasn't saying that I think he's going to be a locker room issue at all.
Yeah.
When I talk about just the pride element of you seeing that you're willing to go play in a league that's not the National Football League, that was a big reason why dudes didn't want to go to Canada. Because you're like, bro, my pride tells me, man, I'm an NFL guy. And once you've actually been able to do it, and then you do it for multiple seasons, this is one of the places where they like, you can't make it at. They say it's 2.5 years. So when you go longer than that, you're like, bro, what can anybody tell me that has never done that? So to come from that high to go down to one of these other leagues, that's what I'm speaking to. In terms of his locker room presence, bro, he's a heck of a teammate. I tell you all the time, he's one of the dudes you want in the locker room because he's fun as heck to be around. He always got good energy. He always play. He always just like a fun guy to just be around in terms of just having conversations. He's competitive. The same way we talk, Ben want to compete every day. Elbow on that same stuff. He want to compete all the time. He want to rap. He want to do all that type of stuff. So it's like, yo, you rock with him once he's in there. And and when we talk about hard work, I always say, man, 3 hardest workers I've ever seen. L, Bell, A, B, Debo, man. So it's like, you know you're going to get that with him too. I'm just concerned the 2 years removed. Like, I'm like, that's just a lot to come back.
So like that's one side of it I view as a pro. I don't think he's going to be trying to make it all about himself. But I think naturally, at least early on, it is going to be about him. And that's just the conversation, the media, all that stuff. So how much does that take away from the team, or how long does it take away from the team if we actually do sign him? Maybe it's just an off-season thing where Bell nips it in the butt in an interview right off the bat. Maybe you have a guy like Cam Hayward. Well, actually, Cam Hayward already did say on his podcast, he was like, we'd welcome Bell back with open arms. Because
Cam been in there with him. He knows what type of person L. Bell is, and especially what type of teammate he is in that locker room, bro. L. Bell is not a cancer in the locker room. I remember when people made the big deal about the whole, he missed the walkthroughs. It was like, bro, the whole perception around what the walkthroughs were, even with that, was blown out of proportion. It's like, bro, L. Bell's never been a bad teammate, never been a bad dude that you want in your room. Like, never the case with him, man.
I like this point, too. This would be a positive for Bell signing here. Being a leader on the offense.
That would give you that, man.
Help some of these dudes learn from Bell's mistakes. He could teach them the right way, but also some of that hard work. Because we could talk about some of Bell's mishaps off the field.
You ain't missing that, bro. Yeah, he never missed one.
Yeah. In terms of working hard and showing these dudes some discipline, I think that could have
Think about the body. We talk about the body transformation.
But also, he could talk about some of the contract stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
he's a wealth of knowledge, man.
When you're
able to play, long enough to go through some of the experiences, like you said, second contract, deciding to hold out versus come back to play, playing under a franchise tag. Also, remember he played under it the first time, didn't do it the second time. So it's like we see, you know, the experiences that he's went through. So you think about what that could do for a Najee Harris, what that could do for a George Pickens. Heck, you take it to the defense side of the ball. If a JPJ, when he's contract time, what does that do for a guy like him? Just having a dude to bounce some of those conversations off of, or even just when you're just around him and he's just talking. It's like you pick up nuggets, man. And that is the real part. But that's a part of what we talk about when you like, yo, just a veteran. Not even saying he'll be the best player over there, but he's like, yo, he's established enough. He's big enough where you're like, man, you just gonna listen to everything he's telling you, and you're just it's gonna hit home a lot more than if this guy was telling you the same thing, but because he never reached those heights, you looking at him like, bro, you ain't even like that. Or you looking at him like, bro, you kind of washed anyway. You don't even like it's serious, bro. Cause you dealing with we all alpha males in that thing, and it's like everybody got an ego, everybody got pride, but it's like. It's certain things that'll make you tone it down. And it's like if a guy's already decorated to L. Bell's extent, it ain't even no conversation. You're like, bro, who am I to even look like I want to say something crazy? It's like, yo, teach me. I want to learn. And that's the only thing. So I like it.
Yeah, a lot of it makes sense. The part that doesn't is when you just flat out look at it. You're 31 years old. You're running back. You've been out of the league for 2 years.
Last player?
Even though I don't think, again, you're going to make this about yourself or be a team cancer, you are going to cause some buzz. There's going to be some stories and stuff. You know what I mean? There's going to be a little added juice there. So I just wonder, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Are you being funny right there with the juice?
No, but like that, I mean,
that's because
it's a fair point. We're talking about the draft coming up. Like, Bell, right now, at 31 years old, 2 years removed from the league, are you better than a seventh round running
Cody
back?
Schrader coming out of Missouri, or what's the cat, man? I just literally watched him at the Senior Bowl.
The one dude in Missouri.
Yeah,
There was that
are you
other
better
dude
than him,
from
man?
TCU that had a good Senior Bowl. Are you
better
better than?
So
those
you better
guys?
than those type of dudes? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real question, bro. That is a real question.
Like if we're bringing you in, we know there's gonna be a lot of talk. There's gonna be some buzz. You're gonna hold a certain cachet in that locker room.
Are you?
Can you still play?
What's the cat?
Can you just flat out still play?
Yeah, but that was the juice though, bro. And when you said the juice,
because if we want you for like motivation and leadership and all that, we could just sign you as like an RB's coach or some type of offensive assistant.
True. Yeah.
Can you actually have impact? Say Najee goes down or Jalen goes down.
Yeah.
We need you out there. Like,
what
you actually do some stuff.
Yeah.
But I like a bunch of the intangible stuff and the storyline, and also just the way he was talking from an entertainment standpoint. I want to see if he can actually back up his talk, where he's saying like, "This is the best my body's look. I'll look even better than before." It's like, all right, let me see it.
I'll say this.
Let me see it. Maybe he's got to go to the UFL.
I would agree. His body probably does feel the best it's played, because you have to remember he was a back that was getting 400 touches on back-to-back seasons, bro. That does a lot. He also had injuries. So when you get a chance to literally...
He said he cured arthritis.
I don't know about all that now. I don't know about all that. But when you get a chance to kind of just like not pound, to an extent, I'm like, yeah, my body for the best it's ever felt. But I also got some wear and tear from them days of playing also. And that's the part where it's like, L. Bell, you got to also include that. And you also have to remember this. And this is one of the things that I always tell like guys that have retired and are older, like, you know, even myself, like we're not old, but you know, you're just older than you were in your 20s. It's not about, can I go out there and play one game? L. Bell can go out there and play one game. Deke, I can go out there and play one game right now, bro. We can go play one game. The problem is the recovery, man. When you talk about how them 22s, them 23, 24-year-olds bounce back, they in there practicing on Wednesday, taking all them snaps. What does RB3 got to do in practice? You doing practice squad, and you going to take them reps off of Najee and Jalen Warren, because we can't beat them up when they taking all them reps on Saturday. But you, L. Bell, you was getting vet days while it was head. But now that was different. It's like, bro, you older now. You don't get that luxury. You still got to be able to come out there and continue to put it out there. Unless you're the star. If you're the star, then you kind of get the Cam Hayward treatment, the Joe Hayden treatment, right? While you get older, we're going to take some of the practice reps off of you, because we know you can do it in the game. At this stage, you don't get that luxury. So now we fighting that real fight of, all right, I just survived these first 4 weeks, but woo, child. That they started adding up, man.
Yeah, we give him vet rest days to the RB3.
Bro, you see what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? So, hey, look, L. Bill, you rest. Nas, you got to go practice today because L. Bill got to get his rest. What? Hey, Jalen Warren, I know you just went out here and had, you know, 15 touches. You had some screen games, some run game. You know what I mean? But, hey, you got to practice today. L. Bill needs to rest.
Although if Bell doesn't get any carries in the game, he should be spry for practice, right?
You still practicing, bro. That's what we, like, you not list. All that add up, man. All of it add up. Now the game is what really kills you.
So you're not getting hit in practice, right, throughout the season?
It's the wear and tear though. Once again, you still got to bounce back. When you practice on that grass, practice on that turf, you're running every single day. It's a difference, man. That's all I'm saying, baby. It's a difference. By the time you get November, December, everybody, your knee be jacked. You be like, bro, why my knee hurting? I'm 23 because you're on turf every day. And that's a 23. You see what I mean? Hips, backs, all that. It's football, man. You're going to get banged up. That's what we say it's a young man's sport. Yeah. And typically when you retire, that's running back specifically. That's what we also like, bro. You typically don't last long.
Well, he's been. But if you really want to look at this, he's actually been basically out of the league for like 3.5 years. It's
been a while. All right.
So are we going to even count this 2021 where he went to Baltimore and Tampa?
Bro, he got reps in Baltimore. He did get touches in Baltimore. I don't remember.
He got
like a touch or two in Tampa.
39 attempts.
He has some touches though.
39 attempts total. 31 in Baltimore, 8 in Tampa.
Yeah.
On the ground. Had a couple receiving thrown in there.
I'm saying he got a little juice. It ain't the juice man no more, but he still got some juice. You know, I'm still.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a positive or a negative though.
I'm team juice.
Like you're even more removed from getting consistent carries in the league than what it looks like right now. On paper, it's 2, but then we look at that last year.
When the last time you got hit?
Like, bro,
when the last time you got thumped?
You only had 39 total carries.
Because it's a difference too when we getting out there in the training camp practice. All right, we're gonna thump you. Let's play. But like I said, man, if anyone could do it, I put my money that he could do it. If I gotta place a bet on the 31-year-old, I'm betting on him.
That's what I was saying earlier today. I was like, Lev Bell, I feel like he is one of those guys that are built different, and this is based off the stories that you've told me.
I'm telling you
that if he really puts his mind to it and can get his body right,
listen, man,
I wouldn't put it completely past him. He's not going to be the Le'Veon Bell of old, but still.
3 players that I feel like if you called them up today, they could still come out there and play. A.B., L. Bell, Debo. and not even trying to be funny, but just when you're talking about physical conditioning preceding everything, you're not going to find players that were in better shape than them.
So like Debo for one game, like if we need him,
right?
Like with T.J. Watt going down, that's who we should have called up for the wild card game.
It's like when we're just talking about the physical conditioning and what they are on, just on a year, day to day, like it's a walk of life for them. You're not finding that with all these type of players. Heck, we point out players daily where we're like, yo, his effort's trash. And you're like, why is his effort trash? Because he's gassed. He's tired. He's not in shape. But he makes a splash play, so he kind of gets away with it. I mean, most people like that in this league, man. But that's why I was like, you know, if it is one of them dudes that could do it, I'm betting on one of them 3. So, L. Bell, I mean, he said he'd give himself a month.
It would be very interesting. I'm intrigued.
He says he's making the decision in March. He says he's going to make the decision in March. So that gives him a month to get his body where he feels like it needs to be for him to make that decision, and then we'll see what happens, man.
The Steelers have their own decision to make, though, too.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm just saying in the sense of him deciding that I'm going to actually try to come back and play.
He might have to do the UFL approach.
Right. That's what he said in the thing. He's like, he's going to make the official decision in March. He's like, yo, I'm going to make the decision. Like, if I feel like I'm supposed to feel, then yeah, I am going to be coming out in March. Like, and I'll be ready to go. But if not, then I'm going to say that too.
How will that go? His agent reaches out to the Steelers?
Yeah.
He said it was only one team. He kind of hurt his leverage there.
It's no different than any of these college players coming out. We think of it as all these NFL teams are just finding the college players. It's like, nah, some of these dudes come from schools where you got to actually seek out the league. You got to send your tape. You got to send your flyers out there. You got to get with an agent that can broadcast you. That's why we get agents, to promote the players. I come from James Madison. You feel me? It's like everybody ain't going to know where you at in them type of schools, but if you get enough buzz, you get on the right radar, and now you get an agent that can kind of multiply that or amplify it. So to an extent for L. Bell, it's like, all right, if he feels that he's ready to go, I'm sure he'll have his team make some type of like workout tape where you're seeing him do, because you got to see him run. If I'm a team right now, I can't sign him until I see him run. I got to see it. I want you cutting. I want to see your topping. I want to see you catching. And even with that, it's still going to be like, all right, it's cool, but now I want to see you do with pads on.
Kaepernick approach.
Yeah. Because even with Cap, it's like, oh yeah, you got a strong arm. Yeah, you can run. You can do all these things, but I still need to see you in the game next. So that's why he started trying to do let me get a defense out here, and it's like a 7-on-7. It's like, all right, this is cool, but it still isn't actual football. And that's always going to be the thing, you know, the sticking point, so to speak. And it's always falls back on if the team is going to be willing to take that chance, because it's not like, well, for Kaepernick, he didn't have another league, but for L. Bell, he could, like I said, go do the UFL, that type of situation to prove it. But if you don't, that team ultimately has to take the chance on watching you in T-shirt and shorts. No different than combines, no different than pro days. And we talked about how a dude could look Zach Wilson. Throw it a pro day. Everybody love him a pro day. But does that equate to actual like playing well?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the dilemma that he's gonna, find himself in, minus him playing in one of those actual football leagues.
So what's your verdict?
Shoot, I think he'll do it, man. Hey, this L Bell. If L Bell truly
would
feels
you
like he want to
sign
come
him?
back, I would, 'cause it's my dog. I would, absolutely. But I'm biased. That's what I'm saying.
No guarantees though. Just say like, oh, we'll give you the tryout.
Well, no. You don't. It doesn't have to be guaranteed. It's like, yo, you're giving him a vet minimum. But my whole issue is just the sliding scale. His vet minimum is probably gonna be 7. Might even, depending on how many years he's credited, he might even be at $1 million for his vet minimum. I can go get something, an undrafted rookie for $400,000. Yeah, that's gonna be the whole sticking point.
And the undrafted rookie might be better still. Might
That
be.
also too.
Might be.
Or he give you more value because he does special teams.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about with Godwin. Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent. I'm interested just from the storyline redemption standpoint.
It's my man's. I want him. It's my man's.
But at the same time, I think it's kind of unrealistic at this point.
Yeah. I was here for the L Bell movie, bro. Like, I was in it. I saw it. You feel me? Like, I got the preview my first year in Buffalo, and then it was like, oh, when it went, like, big budget, I was a part of the... AB, when it went big budget, was like, yo, it was part of that. So I'm very biased towards the gentleman, bro. Very biased.
All right, next super chat.
Let's get it. I see you, Top Dog and Tito Good Vibes, bringing up Cedric Gray. Let me find out y'all know a little something over there, man. Let me find out.
Juby28, random. I'm tired of seeing my KP MVP bet placed in DraftKings every time I log in. Can't wait for that to get out of the way.
I like it. Say, yo, stop playing with that man, bro. How you feel about it, man?
Maybe he's trying to tell you to put it in again for next year.
He said, stop wasting time, man. You wasting time. Get your money down early on the front end.
Get some good odds on that
That's what
next
he's saying,
year.
man, on the front end.
AJ Martinez, Rita's birthday and Valentine's. AJ's birthday, 2/20 Black History Month, number 1.
You a real one. You a real one, AJ. Let's get it, baby.
Tony Daniel II. Moats, Smith's offense uses physical contesting catch guys on the outside. DJ is not a fit. He uses a vertical threat separator in the slot, which brings me to Malachi Corley or Roman Wilson in the draft.
Okay. I mean, we'll see. I think when you have a route runner like Deontay Johnson, he fits in every offense personally, man. But I do understand what you said. And I will check out the man, too. Malachi Corley and Roman Wilson.
I don't think
it's like we talk
Arthur
about
Smith
route runner, bro.
making
Yeah.
definitive personnel moves with the Titans. Now, Falcons, that could be a little bit of a different story.
Mm-hmm.
But they had Calvin Ridley when he was there.
I thought he got suspended, though.
Well, right. Remember
know
his
if
story? He
No,
sat
I remember.
out because of like mental health. He was having a good year.
And then he got suspended
And then
after
he got
that.
suspended.
So that's what I'm like, I don't know how much of that he got with Arthur Smith. I thought Arthur had the Kyle Pitts, Drake London.
He did. No, I think Calvin Ridley was on that team though. The
But
one with Matt
I thought
Ryan.
he was sitting during.
He played a few games and he was doing good. And then it was like probably the first month of that
Right,
season.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
Like, I
not
didn't think
like
he's had that much time with him.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
not
meant.
like
Yeah.
Smith benched him
Oh, yeah, I see
and
what
said
you
like
mean.
you're
Yeah.
too small of a receiver. You're not my
Right.
style receiver. Let me bench you. No, Ridley's a
I
talented
see
guy.
exactly what you're saying. Yeah. We saying the same.
Yeah,
thing.
I guess what I'm saying is I think he'll make the most of the talent that's on the roster.
Yeah, and I do agree. I'm in terms of whether we're talking Tennessee's personal and then specifically.
Now maybe who
talking
he's thinking about a
Atlanta's
slot guy. Maybe he does eye a certain guy.
specific guy. Like yeah,
Right.
Very true. Very true.
But I don't think he's just gonna like bench Deontay and say we can't
Yeah.
use you. Like I need a Mike Evans in here
Right.
alongside Pickens.
And I'm like, once again, when we're just talking about the style of quarterback, also, we say, man, if your coordinator can't adjust to the personnel he's dealing with, then that also is going to be part of the issue, right? So I do feel like we don't want it to just be, can he just throw it up downfield and hope for the best? It's like, yo, you still want to have a guy that can create the separation that Deontay does create, man. So that's my only thing. But I like your energy, though. I like it. We did skip one.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. Juby28, the Spencer Rattler. I don't know if you
I
said
didn't
that
see that.
Okay, so Juby28 says, I know y'all seen Rattler win MVP of the Senior Bowl. # go Gamecocks. All right. So sure, you done brought up the Senior Bowl to me, hot running that thing right there. Well, let me find out was you in production meetings? It's like he was in production meetings, bro. He might have been in production meetings. All right. But yeah, man. Shout out to Spencer Rattler. Shout out to the Senior Bowl. Deke, it was quarterbacks out there.
They were terrible.
Oh, now they terrible. Oh, that's crazy.
They were pretty bad.
That's crazy.
If Spencer Rattler won the MVP of the Senior Bowl, you know the quarterback
Kenny
play
Pickett was
down.
in it Kenny Pickett was in there a couple years ago. You ain't say that when it was Kenny. You was over there like, yo,
I don't
Kenny
think he
looked
won
great.
MVP.
Nah, he did it, but you still was like hyping it up. So it was like, yo, don't be getting those.
He only had like one drive.
He scored an opening drive.
I think he did, right? Didn't he go like 6 of 6?
You talking about Kenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now Spencer Rattler did too, though. Spencer Rattler opened the drive, Bob, and then took the big boy shot downfield, man.
Yeah, he looked the best of the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But after him and like Bo Nix looked all right, and then after that it was atrocious.
Yeah.
Sam Hartman, holy hell, and then Milton, TG's boy, a couple picks. He showed some flash. I mean, it's kind of like that A. Rich effect. Like you see the arm, you see the talent, but then he made terrible decisions on those interceptions.
Yeah.
And then that guy they're projected in the third round. What's his name? Pratt.
Yeah, out of Tulane.
He didn't show me anything either. Penix sat out. So it was a boring game, dude. I saw one comment because I was watching some of this stuff back on YouTube. I saw one comment on there. Dude was like, "I'm 67 years old and this is the worst Senior Bowl I've seen in my lifetime."
Shoot, man, I looked at it like this, man. If you went in there just focus on quarterback play, then yeah. The
defense, yeah. I mean, if you want to go flip side, the defenses look good.
So that's why
secondary looked good.
But think about it. With all the perception around the Senior Bowl, it was terrible because the quarterbacks played bad. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, nah, bro. I thought them linebackers out there was hooping. Straight up, man. There's a couple of them LBs. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to look at these dudes a little bit more now because that could definitely help us potentially, man. So I was liking some of that, man. But to me, man, when I looked at the quarterbacks. Milton, I get it. I definitely get it. But the big thing is,
I think he'd be perfect for 4th or 5th round now. TG is talking
he's first. I don't want it in the first.
But Milton throwing those picks could actually help us if we're targeting that late quarterback to get an actual guy with some talent like Milton.
Like, because he has all the intangibles, and it's like when you watch him play, it's like you see exactly why he is who he is right now.
He missed that one in the flat, like
bro. It was
5 yards away.
But you look at him, and it goes back to the fundamentals too. I'm looking like, okay, you crazy athletic, but when it's time to throw on the run, your feet, you're tangled up, jumping, and it's like you said, you missing easy routine throws. But then you see him like step back in rhythm, 1, 2, 3, and rocket a cannon. You like, oh, you got that too. But very inconsistent. But yeah, I thought that he had definitely probably the most talent just on him, man. So like I said, I definitely get the hype surrounding him, man. But starting with Spencer Rattler though, if he wasn't looking like as an early dude, I don't hate what I saw from him, man. Like we said, man, he's definitely redeemed himself from, the first go around when everything happened in terms of Caleb Williams taking the spot and him getting benched and transferring. I do think he's a lot better than that. I think he's a lot more mature than that.
He actually had decent statistical seasons with South Carolina, right?
Yeah, it was just he came from having this type of hype to like you fall down, and now it's like, all right, you try and build it back up.
And then he didn't elevate South Carolina like that to where you know they were back into being like a top 25 ranked team. Like he just
but
did
he played
solid.
well though.
Right.
I will say this though, I do like just in terms of the basic stuff, and this goes back to when we talked about even why people have issues with Kenny. Not enough of the routine throws, crossing routes, stop routes, ins and outs. I do feel like Rattler had the most consistent touch on those type of throws, hitting the backs in the flat, comebacks, and then obviously, like I said, the deep ball that he threw for the touchdown past the cat from Georgia. I was like, are all Georgia wide receivers big, fast, and could jump out the gym? Like, this cat, I'm like, who's this dude? Ramsey Jackson. It's crazy.
Yeah, whatever guys you bring up throughout this conversation too, you might have to like tell me what school they're from because I was just going off the helmet.
Seriously, bro, I'm with you, bro. Trust me, I was like, I had to write them down in parentheses.
Someone brought up Cedric Gray. The only reason I know him
like
is because I looked
a lot.
at some of those linebackers beforehand. Remember, but
yeah. So for me, man, in terms of the linebackers, I liked Cedric Gray a lot. I thought he was very productive versus the run and the pass. 6'1", 232. Athletic though, you know what I mean? Definitely played well in space. Definitely looked comfortable in space. But like I said, man, seeing him in some of his Tampa 2 stuff, I thought it was impressive because that's obviously what we run a lot of. And in that game, They were either man, Tampa 2, cover 3. It wasn't a lot of for anything exotic. You know what I mean? So with that, you really got a chance to see, can he man cover or can he read and react or can he run the alley? I thought Cedric Gray did a really good job. The other linebackers that I was kind of impressed with, Jackson Sermon, the cat from Cal. His father was actually the DC in Cal these past couple of seasons. Another dude, 6'2", 235. I thought that he looked comfortable in space. I still kind of prefer him in the box more, but he made a couple of plays out in space where you're like, all right, that's kind of impressive right there. Like almost like when we talk, not even to the extent of like a Landon Roberts. Like I think he's more comfortable than that, but to me it was just surprising. I'm like, all right, you do move well enough in comparison to some of these other guys. Other dude that kind of stood out was where's my man from Mississippi State. He was my favorite, Nathaniel Wilson. He was definitely my favorite. 6'2", 245, 244, dope size, athletic as set, stupid productive. Like he made a ton of plays in the game. Also was very productive in the SEC. Was the defense player of the year. 130 something tackles, 10 sacks, 7 QB hits, like all from the inside linebacker position. I don't know, but when I looked at him, he reminded me of JOK.
I don't even recognize the name.
To me, he looked like JOK to an extent. That small, like he looked smaller than what he was, but they had him weighing in at 244. I'm like, bro, you move really well for you to be that size, or at least that's what they said he weighed. I didn't think he was that big, but he moved really well in space.
What's his name?
Nathaniel Watson.
Watson.
Yeah. Like I said, that was the guy for me that kind of stood out the most, man. Like, I liked him a lot. I thought that he could play the run really good. I thought that he dropped in coverage really good. He had some zone plays, had a big hit, good target area, hitting, not head and neck area, but still able to be explosive. And I thought that he also had good effort. I saw one play where he blitzed, kind of got blocked up, quarterback scrambles, plays outside. He's the one making it, 7-8 yards downfield. When you're talking about an all-star game, typically this when you're not in the best of shape, so you don't see that type of effort. So if a dude is showing that effort in these type of games, I just feel like that also is a testament to his conditioning as well.
Yeah, like this is the type of him or Cedric Gray.
Yeah, like I like both of them. I thought that Cedric
Gray.
Gray.
If we don't draft
him,
Trotter early, I think we got to get someone. Who was it last year? Like the Marvian Overshone?
Yeah, he was another one. Yeah,
Trenton Simpson. We thought he was going to go first round. Ended up going in the third, but like we need that type of guy. The Isaiah Simmons prototype, the athletic linebacker type. Yeah. Because I'm guessing. I mean, it's early, but if we go O-line, cornerback, O-line, first like 3 rounds, 2 rounds, whatever. Yeah. And I think that athletic inside linebacker that we got to just get in the system and hopefully develop him. Yeah. Him or Cedric Gray, man. Right now. But that would be my target for like a third round.
I would agree. I was like early on. I haven't even looked to see where they should go in the draft. I haven't even watched a full, this was my first game watching those
Gray
dudes,
might bump up to the second round. They had him going like third in some of the mocks and projections I saw.
I would just say the way that those dudes move in space in today's NFL, that's what you're looking for. Like literally, I remember I was writing in the notes. I was just like, today's prototype.
Sure.
Because that is the new wave. They want them low 230s, almost high 220s that can fly sideline to sideline, but still can pack enough punch to get downhill. And that's why when I looked at Cedric Gray, when I looked at Nathaniel Watson, I'm like, bro, both of these dudes have the ranginess, but they also get downhill, and they're really good against the run. I thought that Sermon was also good against the run. I just didn't think that he was as dynamic in coverage as those two dudes, where I thought that they were just more rangy.
Yeah, the one thing about Gray, whenever I looked at him before, was his tackling wasn't the greatest at North Carolina. But I think he end up with 7 tackles or something in the Senior Bowl. Because his main thing is coverage. But you're saying this dude Watson, like the tackling. I'm looking at this grade on him. They got him as like 100% on the tackling. Almost.
Yeah, like I said, he was the way watching him in the game. I loved what I saw, and then just. When they were talking about some of what he did even at Mississippi State, I have to go back and watch another game of him at Mississippi State now. But that's kind of how I looked at the Senior Bowl this year. I'm like, well, let me just watch it, and whoever pops off the screen will make some notes, and then from there, that's who we'll decide, all right, let me go look back at this cat. But them two dudes definitely.
I'm seeing day 3 on Nathaniel Watson.
Well, that's what I got to watch more. Heck yeah.
Hopefully. That's unfortunate because if you're talking about him like this, he gets more buzz. Might start going up.
It's gonna push him up.
We need him to be a sleeper, selfishly for us. But for him, he wants to rise up the charts.
He could have just had a good Senior Bowl, bro. You feel me? He could have had a good Senior Bowl. I just need to go see it. That's why I said I've only watched the Senior Bowl game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and watch him in like a regular game. I just didn't want to start watching random dudes if I'm like, bro, you ain't even like that. But it's like, yo, I kind of was impressed. Now, the dude that, the commentator swore by, and this is Charles Davis, I didn't see him because he didn't play in the game, but I'm going to go back and watch him. Also, they said Peyton Wilson from NC State. He's supposed to be another one of those like, you could plug and play type inside linebackers. I haven't checked him out. I haven't seen him on tape. He didn't play in the game. Jackson Powers was another guy. Obviously, that's offensive line, but he didn't play in the game. They had like their list of guys that they viewed as pro ready or guys that could just come in. But since they were talking inside linebackers, that was one of the ones. And like I said, I haven't watched him just yet. But Peyton Wilson was the other guy that they said that he was probably the best of all of them.
What do you think about these dudes sitting out?
I'm not against it, honestly, because you're talking about the biggest evaluation, the biggest job interview of your life. And it's not just a one-day thing. It's a full off-season thing. You're evaluated from the time your senior season starts to the time it ends, or that final season. Then from there, whatever all-star game you're going to go to, not just the game, the practices. And the GMs, coaches, and scouts will tell you the practices are way more important than the game because they know practice, we're seeing, number one, can you take concepts, techniques, and actually implement them one-on-one versus a talented guy. Whereas in the games, it's just a different flow. I can only call certain calls. We rotating players in and out. You've only worked on this concept or this defense now for a couple of days, and you might have been a 3-4 guy. We teaching you 4-3. So it's just different. Whereas that's a part of the evaluation. So that's why guys who do the practice part but not take the risk of, man, if I play in this game and it just doesn't fit me schematically, or if I play in this game and I get hurt, that's another part. An injury at this time of year kills your draft stock. Injury at the combine, pro day, kills your stock. So you're just real selective with what you want to put out there, how much you don't want to put out there. I thought just in this game, right? Michael Penix versus Bo Nix versus Sam Hartman. All three went down there, all three practice. Penix didn't even dress for the game. He's the most established of all of them, though, right? Bo Nix played a series because he felt like, you know what? I'm going to play a little bit, but I don't need to come out here and play all this. Sam Hartman was going to play the whole quarter, the whole game. But if you think about where they are viewed and how they're ranked, it's like, it makes sense that the guy who had the most to prove, he's the guy that wants to play in more of this stuff. So for me, All-Star game-wise, I remember I wanted to play it every snap. But it's dudes that came from bigger schools, they're like, I don't need to do this.
Right.
Combine, I want to do every single drill to put my numbers out there versus everybody. But if you coming from the SEC, shoot, this a lose-lose, right? I either look great and I'm supposed to look great, or this small school guy got better numbers than me, and that's going to be a knock on me. So you deal with a lot of that also. So that's why I'm just like, I get why some of them would sit out, because they just don't feel like it's necessary, or they don't want to put anything that could hurt their stock out there. Because it's a lot that goes into these evaluations, man.
Right.
Think about how we all saw Sam Hartman, man. He looked bad. I agree. Towards the back end, it looked bad.
Yeah.
It's just bad throws. You're like, bro, all right, I get it early on. You want to be aggressive. Now you're just being reckless. You're not reading this defense, and you getting beat by cover 3. This ain't even a hard concept. They showing a 2-high shell. They morphing to 3. It's an all-star game. It only took a couple snaps, so you realize, all right, bro, look, if they showing that, they moving to this. They show this, they going back to that, bro. It ain't hard. But when you see him make some of the mistakes that he made, he can't take that back now. You saw it, I saw it, the coaches, them GMs. So it's like, those are going to be certain things that when you're just making these decisions on, do you take him in this round or do you wait around? That's the type of stuff that you kind of deal with. So that's why I was like, I could totally understand why some of them dudes didn't want to play in the game, or why they would sit out, because it's like, it can almost hurt you more than it can help. Michael Penix. Michael Penix could have thrown for 300 yards in that game. It wouldn't have moved the needle one way or the other for us. But if you go out there and have 2 picks and look bad, or if he got hurt, got hit the wrong way, it's just like, for him specifically. Hartman, you need to play again. You might go win another ball games too, bro. Just redeem yourself, bro. You need to throw it to combine.
That would be funny.
You need to go throw it to combine, go throw it to pro day, go do all that stuff.
What's the next one?
Well, East-West already happened, so he need to go get NFL PA bowl. I think they got one coming up, bro. He need to go get another bowl game, bro. He need to just another, put something else on tape. Cause
UFO, you can.
Yeah, the tape was not as hot as it should have been. Joe Milton tape wasn't as hot either. He just got all the sexy features. So it's like, it's one or the other. You either look the part.
Milton will get drafted.
Because he got all the features. They were saying Anthony Richardson, Cam Newton. I'm like, I get it. And that's why I get why TG loves it. I get it. Because they're on the mindset of, if you can develop it, then you have the God tier at that position. Big on frame, athletic, across the board, you got it. But this is one of the hardest positions to play in the National Football League, and one of the hardest positions to actually develop in this the National Football League. So you just taking a chance, man.
Yeah.
Big chance.
Do you have anything else on the game, or anything else you wanted to highlight?
Actually, let me pull it up real quick, man. There was a couple of receivers, man, that kind of stood out to me. Well, shoot, they shouldn't have stood out. Or I guess it shouldn't be a surprise. Let me say it that way. But homie from Georgia, Lad McConkey, yo, son got routes on routes on routes, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was like one of my first times, like I said, because, like I said, during the season, like, you might watch the game, but I don't, like, watch it to that. But, like, watching him out there, man, and then going back and looking at some of his Senior Bowl practice tape, the routes were stupid out there, bro. Like, good, you know what I mean, in terms of just in and out the breaks, explosive, like, all the little stuff that you want to see. And catch that rock, man. The quarterback didn't help him out at all. Quarterback ain't doing no favors. But I definitely liked him. I thought that he stood out. Luke McCaffrey as well. I said, don't be surprised if he's a name that starts circling, because he's a bloodline.
Well, definitely for us.
It's a bloodline. You know how we feel about
Absolutely,
it. I put NFL pedigree bloodline. He got daddy. He got brother. It's just family on family on family. That's just an NFL thing, all right? So, yeah, Ed McCaffrey,
Perfect.
Christian McCaffrey.
6th-round pick for us.
Heck yeah, man. Got a good field zone versus, man, when he's playing in that slot. Got good size on him. 6'1", 202, okay? Don't be surprised. That's all I'm going to say. Don't be surprised, all right? But I liked him. Other dude that kind of jumped off the screen to me was Javon Baker out of UCF. Big wide receiver, 6'1", 208. He's an outside receiver. But he run dope routes, though. And that was the thing that I also liked. I'm like, anytime I get a chance to see a big dude in this part of it, when we talk GP, it's like, GP, you big, but can you get these routes? Can you get in and out of these breaks? That was one of the things that did kind of jump off the screen to me with Javon, just in the sense of, man, if we're going to potentially move on from an Allen Robinson or whatever that room looks like, right, who else are we looking at potentially bringing them in? So that's kind of, the thought process of just some of these names at the position, and because they look good in the game, right? A D-line cat, too, that we should might be just peeking at.
Which one?
Gabe Hall from Baylor. Big cat, 6'5", 290, twitchy, good hands, athletic. I'm looking at that in the sense of, we got a DeMarvin Lee out here. They almost identical body type. When we talking about, all right, what's the next thing? If this doesn't do it, how do we push it a little bit? Thought that he had some plays out there that did also flash in the Senior Bowl. So he's another one I'm going to go back and look at as well. Because I was like, you know what, man? I like how you moved. I like, you making some plays against double teams, making plays against, pass rush and stuff like that. Just want to see that versatility. And like I say, he was showing enough of it. So he's another one of them ones, man.
There was a couple guys that people were keeping tabs on and related to the Steelers. The one was there was a Florida State D lineman. He had to switch teams. Played pretty good in the game. And then the dude from Ohio State, I think his last name's Hall too.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were just some other names that I saw out there.
No, without it. And I see the chat. Yeah, they rocking with Lad. They like Lad McConkey, the cat from Georgia. Yeah. I'm like, yo, hey, shout out to you. Kenny Pickett is the biggest buzz. That wasn't your name initially, but yes, I believe that it came up that, he was one of the ones that dropped it. There's a lot of y'all that were on that because, like I said, I was not. I was late to the party, but shout out to him,
though, man. The corners look good.
I would agree, yeah.
I really liked some of the corners. Now, they're really talking up this Toledo dude, Quinyon Mitchell.
I got to go back and look at him.
They're saying
pay more attention to him then. Yeah.
Late first. He was graded as like the best cornerback throughout the week by the opposing receivers.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how he did. I can't remember how he did in the senior. I don't remember him getting torched or anything.
Yeah.
But then you had that one dude had the 2 picks in the game. What was where was he from? Washington State. Yeah. Do you have that name? I don't. He had a 2-name last name.
Because look,
Louisville dude got a pick.
Hey, look,
too.
I had the cat from Oregon who had the pick, the Evan Smith. Because Evan Williams, I liked him. He the one who had the. I think it was the last. No, he had the first pick on Milton. No, yeah, the one that was in the end zone. Yeah, because Milton did the rollout and threw it late.
Yeah,
and we got a chance to see my man. He covered some ground. I was like, all right, if you making that play, you get your name wrote down. Dang.
Some people are saying Kalen King went down a little with his stock.
Yeah.
He had a not so good of a week.
But he's a bigger name, too. And he's one of the ones where you got to be careful.
He has the room to go down.
Right.
Because he's projected like late first.
Yep.
Late first, early second.
And in them type of situations, if you're not the productive guy, you don't get a pick, a PBU, or somebody get a catch on, you're just like, all right, now we looking at you a little funny. But I will say, man, another safety, though, that definitely was catching my eye. I don't know how he fits with us per se just yet. But Tyke Smith from Georgia. Bro was giving me Bob Sanders vibes, bro. He about 5'9", 206. Rangy. He getting PBUs. He flies around, man. He was flashing a lot out there. Like I said, I got to go back and watch another, like I want to watch him now, like a Georgia game to see him in that setting. But, man, I was definitely impressed with some of his ranginess and his ability to go up there and, like I said, attack the football and stuff like that too, man. So, yeah, man. Those would be my some of the guys that stood out to me, at least Senior Bowl. Some guys stood out to you. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't even watch the game.
Excuse me. Kenny said he's 5'11". Well, hey, look, he might be 5'11". The Senior Bowl had him officially listed at 5'9", though, baby. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to trust the Senior Bowl just because I know how they do your heights at these places. They put you barefoot, put your heels together, and put your toes up. And then they come and tap you right on top of your head. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. That's why I round up to 6'2". All right? But just know, it's real. So when they say 5'9", I'm going to go with that 5'9". They put up there, bro. I'm going to go with that 5'9".
Yep. Farron Bradford asked, what y'all think of Geno Stone in free agency? Loved him coming out of Iowa, and he makes plays. Would be great next to 39.
Man, let me document him because I do not know off the top of my head. I got to go back and look more of him, man.
Yeah, that's the dude from Baltimore, safety from Baltimore.
Nope.
I mean, he's started for them, so I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to add him.
I just want to go watch. That's all. Because, like, Michael Walker started in this league before, too. Blake Martinez started before this league, too.
Sure.
That's all. But I'm with you, though. Like I said, I need to go back and watch before I say
From what I know, I think he's a solid player.
That's all.
Tony Daniels second. Bro, there are some crazy route runners in this class. McConkey, Corley, Purcell, and Wilson, and none of them are even considered high picks.
Which is crazy, but also a benefit for us if we're potentially talking about adding new pieces in that wide receiver room. Like I said, Lat McConkey, that was definitely the one that kind of jumped off to me, man. I was low key, well, I guess we ain't even talk about him, but the cat from UNC, man, I was a little disappointed in him, man.
Oh, that was terrible.
Devontae Walker, hey, bro, I'm like, man, you too fast to not be getting like two hands on this football and like some of these dots dropping on him.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's like, bro, you need that.
It didn't seem like he had the best of like ball in the air skills either.
Yeah, like, bro.
Like, yeah, not even ones that look like clear drops. There's ones like, dude, you could have made a better effort at that.
It's like, why'd you take that angle? Like, what would you? Yeah. But they was hot.
He was looking like Swedish, honestly.
You said like I was thinking Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor. I was like, just big speed, but at least with Thornton it looked. But they said at UNC he didn't have these issues. And that's why I'm like, okay, let me just go back and watch. I got to go back and watch it there. Because it is game. I'm over here like, yo, you can't catch. That was kind of like how I left out of it. Or like the catch point when it's, I got to decide one hand, how I want to go up. Like, you are just really, really not good in that space. But like I said, it could have just been the moment, man.
Calmonier, when do you think we'll see contracts get restructured? And who do you think will have to help out the team the most? Cam got called out on X about it.
They called my dog out? Who called my dog out?
Did he respond?
Who called my dog out? And if he responded, did he respond with, man, you broke, shut up, it don't matter? Or what was his response? Like, was it legitimate?
I already said he's not taking a pay cut.
He did say that.
But yeah, he's going to have to. Just straight up. Yeah, he would help us the most, too, with his restructure.
Yeah. And it would be the best for all the parties involved. Probably not him, but at the same time for him if he doesn't want to have to relocate, Yeah. It's like keeps everything right here. And the team, at least I feel like the team would be more open to, a restructure to keep him here versus a ultimatum of I'm not going to adjust my contract and then they have to make a decision. I just think that we all would want the first one. Like, do it the easy way. Don't do it the hard way. Because we know it's going to happen. They're going to adjust it. It's going to have to. They're going to adjust it. So it's like we can do it the easy way, we can do it the hard way. I don't know what my dog going to do. I'm going to support him regardless, but it's just like, well, we are. Are we getting new Cam jerseys or we staying here? You know what I mean? Because if we staying here, then we gonna take the pay cut. If we not taking the pay cut, we get new Cam jerseys. I ain't tripping on it. You know I ain't tripping on it. But that's my whole thing with it, man.
He's a Steeler for life either way.
Absolutely, bro.
He's well, not either way, but like he
I
should be
Steeler
for life.
Yeah.
He should do the Hines
he should
Ward,
be a lifer.
Troy
Yes.
Polamalu approach. Even if you want to go another year, just call it.
Yeah,
it'll be better for you in the long run.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that like on your Pro Football Reference. No one wants to do that.
That,
I'm telling him from experience being a Steeler fan. You look
bro.
back on Franco Harris's career. There's that final year Seattle.
It just looked weird. Don't do that, bro.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, don't do that, bro.
Hines Ward, Troy P, Big Ben, Steeler, all the way through.
Yeah. All right, hold on. We missed one. My man Tony Daniel II. He says, "Where is all you Kalen King fanboys with the crying emojis?" Talking about what we talked about in the Senior Bowl, man.
Yeah. See, like I said, I didn't actually get to watch the game. I watched a bunch of highlights and got to see a bunch of the reaction after.
Yeah.
And it looked like he had a bad week. And like I said, I don't know if, from what I recall watching in the highlights, I don't remember him getting burnt specifically, but he had a bad week in the practices and that stuff.
And honestly, the practices, like I said, sometimes they talk about the practices being more important than the games. Just because that's when you have all the scouts there, all the GMs there, and it's when the playing field is probably the most level, because we're not worried about the scheme of the game flow or you just had a big pass play. That changes what you're going to be doing in this next situation on the field. Whereas in drill work, it's like, man, we might do 10 reps to see if you could just play the deep ball. That's going to let me know, all right, if you 9 out of 10 you locked in, then I feel great about you playing the deep ball. In the game, man, it could be just a penalty or something weird happening. It's like, well, I don't know. Or was it an underthrow and he caught the pick? Does that mean you great against the deep ball? So, yeah. But hopefully for Kalen King, he responds with Combine Pro Day. And that's the other part of this evaluation. They give you multiple ways to do it in multiple settings.
Farron Bradford, first round, I'm cool with going O-line, but we needed to double dip in the second or third. D-line is a need, and a young inside linebacker to groom would be nice.
No, I would agree, man. I don't hate it. I was doing a film session on Keanu Benton, and, just thinking about what he was able to do as a rookie, young, talented, ultra-productive. Imagine being able to pair another young, ultra-productive dude with him, very similar to when we did Cam Hayward and then came back 2-3 years later and then Stephon Tuitt.
Yeah.
And think about what that was growing into. I look at Keanu Benton, I'm like, bro, you definitely check off that first box based on what we saw, based on you playing in this wild card game the way that you did. Now I need to bring somebody else in because I either need DeMarvin Leal to step into that role, or I need to have somebody that's going to push him and either push him into it or push him out the way, and they're going to surpass him. But that's kind of, how I look at it. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one. And in terms of a young inside linebacker, it's a reason why I was looking at them LBs where I was, man, because it's like we got to get younger there. I'm a big fan of the guys we have and the guys that play this season, but we got to get younger. We just are really old here, man. And there ain't nothing wrong with what they did, but that's not a long-term answer. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, the D-line pickup, we might be a year away from that, depending on what we do
Cam.
With Ogunjobi and Cam coming back. I don't know if it would be worth our while for this season, but for sure. I think we should have someone to pair with Benton for the long term.
Because I think to an extent we're playing with fire if we don't bring something in this, like I said, either going to push DeMarvin Leal, because the thing right now is DeMarvin Leal is supposed to be taking over Cam Hayward's spot, bro. That's the reality of it. The longer he doesn't take over is why you still got to have Cam. For the team, Cam isn't the long-term answer anymore. You need youth. You need something that's going to start switching that out and not wait until after this year. Coming into this year, you want Cam to be the guy that's rotating up out of that thing, not you leaning on Cam to be your full-time player for 17 games.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of lean with the bringing somebody else, because it's like we don't have that other guy just yet. Even with Larry Ogunjobi, we said we paid him, thinking that he was going to take that next part. But even with him, to an extent, it's like, you're playing well, but it still feel like it's a little light. So, yeah.
I would hate picking one early, though.
I would, too.
I would much prefer going O-line, cornerback, linebacker. But a guy in the fourth round, so you said, push Leal Or maybe you
Right, 'cause
re-sign
it's
an
like you gotta have
Isaiah
something to
Bugs,
push
bring him
him,
back
yeah.
in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I next year, hopefully, if everything
Come
goes
on,
right
yeah.
from a roster standpoint, everyone develops like they should, maybe next year's the one where you go first, second round, interior D lineman, pair with Benton, and then you just have that dynamic duo. Kind of like what you said with Hayward and Tuitt.
Yeah, because, I mean, when we just looking at the roster that we currently have right now, I'm like, who is the guy that we're looking at saying is going to push Liao? Like,
Loudermilk, and you're not feeling good about that.
yeah. Because technically Liao was here to surpass Loudermilk because
Right.
Loudermilk was the 5th. Liao was with the second round pick, yeah. So that was why, we did that, to say, yo, you're a depth guy. This guy's supposed to be better than you.
Sean McCartney, how do you feel about the new coaching personnel on offense, and do you think anything from their backgrounds will show on offense? Who else is new, though?
That's what he said, plural. I was like, I get the Arthur Smith one. I think, because I know people were talking about just,
I don't
some
think
of the
we brought
O-line
anyone
stuff.
else in.
Yeah. I'm like, Arthur Smith is technically like a O-line coach, tight ends coach, and offensive coordinator. Or maybe
I think Mike Sullivan's going to be back because the Saints and the Raiders offensive coordinator spots are taken now.
Okay.
And Dulac reported if he didn't get those jobs, he'd be back as a QB coach, which is nice. I think that's good. But I don't know about anyone new.
Yeah.
There are guys we could bring in now. I mean, Bieniemy might be free.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Because Kingsbury, initially, he was linked to the Raiders. Or no, he was linked to the Raiders and then backed out at the last minute and went Commanders.
Yeah. I'm assuming Bieniemy's not going to be back there, right? Like, is he going to go back for a lesser role? They're going to fire him? Is he just going to leave?
Nothing over there is making sense to me right now. I was just like, I don't know what. Yeah.
Outside of them maybe positioning themselves for Caleb Williams.
Caleb, that's what I was thinking.
That makes sense. But, yeah, everything else,
All
maybe
right.
not.
So I was like, yeah, I don't know what y'all got going on, man. But if somehow, some way, but once again, for Bieniemy, I don't see how that connection would bring him here, unfortunately. That's the only thing, like, because now you taking an even lesser role.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to, do you want to work next year? Because I don't know if all the offensive coordinator spots are taken right now. But if they are,
Yeah.
if you want like an offensive assistant role or passing game coordinator role, I think that'd be awesome for us. And I'm thinking the same thing with Vrabel on defense. Bring in Vrabel like we did Flores. Why not?
Absolutely. For us, it makes perfect sense. Come on, man. You can never have enough head coach type people
Build
on your staff, man.
Build a superstar coaching staff.
It's the
all-star
Nick Saban.
team.
You building Nick Saban. That's what he did at Bama, man. We with it. The two things that make that work or not work is Mr. Rooney's checkbook, and do these dudes, are they willing to come in and say, I'll take a lesser role to work here? Because like you said, both coordinator spots are filled, offense and defense. So you're looking at Vrabel, you're a former head coach, now go be run game specialist or run defense specialist.
David Decker saying Bieniemy's not going to be back for the Commanders.
Okay.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
He put the sirens up too. Sorry if I fell for it, but
It's all good, man.
I'm reporting
it's all good, bro. I'm
going off David Decker. I think he's got integrity.
It's all good. But yeah, that's my thing. Me personally, I'm like, yo, I love it for the Steelers. I hate it for any of them type of dudes though, because you going backwards, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like majorly backwards.
Hopefully we reach out at least. We try.
I know like I said, for Pittsburgh, there is no reason why you don't call. There is no reason why you don't try to persuade them and sell it to them that this is the best thing ever. You come here, be the next Brian Flores.
Yeah.
Sit for a year, get your credit back up, and then go take another spot. So it's like, man, for us, I love it. I'm saying specifically for those guys, just thinking about how hard it is to get a head coaching job, to get a coordinator job. And now it's like, yo, we moving backwards. And that's part of even the issue of with Bieniemy when they was knocking him. It's like, you don't have enough of you being at this level. You're not enough of being credentialed here. So it's just dangerous for some of them dudes, man, when you start going back down.
Sean McCartney, how do you feel about the new coaching person? No, I just read that. Sorry. We got Joe Gerbis. Honest. How well does Kenny develop in his last shot here? And if so, who is the next for QB? I want him to work. Love the show. Hashtag Sabotage7.
There it is.
Never forget.
But in terms of how Kenny develops, I said, number one, man, just got to be more consistent with his technique. We talked about that, right? With the footwork, in terms of his release point, and then the next thing is, or not just that part, also when he's getting pressure, having a consistent plan, right? You a bailout or you a step up in the pocket type of dude. Figure those things out, and then after that, man, trust your coach, Arthur Smith, man. His system has clearly worked. So let's make sure that that doesn't stop being the case with you, with him as offensive coordinator, man.
Yo, Young, Bell would help us get team-friendly deals.
No, I don't know about that one.
Does Bell got that type of pull amongst the current generation of NFL players?
And you're running into the same issue of how is L. Bell going to tell you to take a team-friendly deal when he ain't take a team-friendly deal?
Oh, he's talking about current players.
Yeah.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying. Maybe he could impart some wisdom, though.
Oh, no.
On how to handle
I'm with you. I'm just saying, I was also in some of the locker rooms when some of them convos has happened where the guy that did it beforehand was trying to explain it to the dudes that were going through it currently. And, yeah, it never really went the way that it was supposed to go anytime them convos would happen.
Who was the mentor?
We just said it didn't work. All right, it just didn't work.
Can I take a guess?
Because I ain't even about confirming nothing. It didn't work. All right,
Okay.
It just didn't work. He tried really hard. And it was like, bro, I'm not hearing nothing you talk about. Because when you was up, you ain't do it. So why you telling us? It was like, I get it.
Yo, Young. Oh, he's talking about Bell still. He says Andy has the star power to be a leader.
I do agree. I definitely agree. Shoot, man. Like I said, if he's in shape enough, bro, it's multiple ways you can, man, just break him in. Let's say, especially during this time of year, it's 90, man.
Yeah.
And if they don't take the chance on that, bro, get you some UFL tape.
I mean, we brought back Plexico before, like late stage of his career. This would be different because I don't know. It's just a different era with social media and stuff. And Le'Veon Bell way more high profile within Steeler Nation than Plexico.
The thing that I low-key thought about too? It's the off season, but in season, they even got the janky practice squad now, where you could be like the super, like the old guy or practice squad. So I'm like, even in the vein of that, it's like, yo, if he was good enough to at least survive it, it's like you ain't even got to pay him. You can throw him on the P squad. We have seen Miles Jack work for him. No, he's more recent, so but he was retired nonetheless.
Dondre Zell, Jerry Rice's son, is entering the draft.
He was at the.
I think he's a perfect fit for our offense.
Yeah,
Brendan Rice.
Yeah, I was say he was at the Senior Bowl. Heck yeah, man. Pedigree guy.
Right.
Big pedigree guy. Question they said is speed. They wouldn't say how fast he is. That's what they saying.
Okay.
I like the bloodline though.
Yeah. Does that bloodline win out over Dino Tomlin?
For
a receiver? Or even McCaffrey?
I just needed to know. I was like, yo, yeah, I haven't watched a ton of them, but I instantly, when I started thinking about Jerry Rice,
just going to be chilling on this practice squad for
Dino's
the next 5 years.
Dino's on the squad. If Coach T here, Dino's on the squad. I don't care what y'all saying. Dino got a jersey. Dino's on the squad. Period. All right, it's happening. But what I was saying, I was like, yo, I haven't watched a ton of, like I said, Jerry Rice's son, but I'm thinking of him as the GOAT, and I think of like Michael Jordan's sons, and I was like, yo, is like which version is he? Like it don't add up. He's still gonna be nice. We good.
Like Bronny's no LeBron James. Like that's clear.
But Bronny is a lot further along, and Bryce a lot further along than MJ's kids. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. They were putting up some points in college, right?
Nah, they won't. No.
Who, Marcus?
No, you fall. Yeah, don't fall for the banana tough fight, man.
But yeah, I mean, he's not gonna be LeBron James, or just like Jordan's kids were not Michael Jordan, or it just doesn't equate.
Sometimes the kid is better than the parent, though, bro.
JPJ.
You say he could never be better than his dad.
I'm not,
you said.
I'm
you
not
just
saying
said
that.
it.
I'm hoping so. I'm absolutely hoping so. But there's dudes that are, I mean, they're legit. Patrick Surtain II.
Is he better than the first?
He needs to keep it up. I mean, the first Surtain had a damn good career.
Yeah.
Not Hall of Fame, but
right.
he was legit.
Are the Edmonds better than the OG Edmond? Is Young Bush better than Big Bush?
I mean,
I should have left that alone.
I'm sorry.
I left that alone. I'm sorry. I left that alone.
The Bosa's are better than their dad.
What about the Longs? Howie Long, Chris Long, Jake.
Oh,
Howie's a
Howie's
dog.
still
Yeah, Howie's
better.
a dog.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think. Yeah. You would. Chris Long would have the best kid. No, he's not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's not,
neither of
yeah.
those guys are Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
What other names? I'm having fun thinking.
Me too, look. I was like,
Father son duos.
who's better
You
than
got
his dad,
Asante
bro?
Samuel Jr. He's not as good as his dad.
Nah, he's quieter than his dad though.
Made the league though. That's something.
Yeah, he's making some buzz. I feel like I'm forgetting like a big one now, bro. Because literally while we was talking about, like, it was like popping in my head too, bro.
Cam Hayward.
Ironhead.
Yeah.
Over Cam.
No.
Or Cam over Ironhead.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking you. Yeah, who you like?
Well,
more?
I know his father. Did his father pass in the middle of his career? Like, was it cut short?
I never followed the details.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either. But I think I don't think Hayward was as good as Cam, like, in the league. Like Hayward's father, Ironhead.
Right, because he was more like at Pitt. I remember like the Pitt part. Right. Yeah. They said the Mannings.
I think he was legit. I think he had some good seasons though, like with the Falcons.
The Mannings and the Harbaughs.
Yeah, the kids are better than the dad.
Yeah,
Harbaugh's. How's that?
Oh,
one?
no, they're brothers. You're right. Excuse me on that. Yeah. Let's see.
Christian McCaffrey, better than his dad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice though, bro.
Right. Yeah, he was good. But
Yeah.
McCaffrey's on that like Hall of Fame trajectory, like best running back in the league type of talk.
Yep.
Rod Dulles says Ironhead passed after he retired, so he had the full career.
Okay. Respect. Yeah,
so I would say Cam Hayward over Ironhead then as an NFL player.
Winfield Jr. I think OG Antoine.
I don't even who's the OG. I don't even know who that
Pull
is.
him up, bro. Yeah, man.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
yeah.
I was getting it mixed up. I thought the OG was the junior for a second. I
No,
forgot
no,
I forgot about the
yeah.
dude on the Bucks right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's got to keep it up because Winfield's like Surtain to me, where he had a damn good career, but not Hall of Fame.
But like you said, a dope career. Like
I think he's on a similar trajectory as his dad. Like he doesn't feel Hall of Fame to me right now.
Yeah.
Like generation, you know how Michael Parsons is his first couple years. If he keeps it up, he's Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But I think Winfield, multi-time Pro Bowl type of guy, Winfield Jr. That's what I would expect. But that's what his dad was.
The next two, John Easton brings up the Matthews, so you got Clay Matthews and company.
Didn't the one make the Hall of Fame? The first one, Bruce?
OG, yeah, Bruce did. Clay had a run though.
He did.
Clay had a run.
I don't know if he's making the Hall. Is he?
Him and Debo kind of in the same class to me.
Are they?
Like they were dominant in that range, but DeMarcus Ware also kind of in that vein.
Who else is isn't
because it was gonna say Marvin Harrison Jr. versus Marvin Harrison Sr.
Isn't there another Matthews though?
Yeah, it's three of them. Yeah, it was Clayton, the one that played in the Eagles. We ain't worried about that one.
Jake Matthews, is he one of them?
I don't think they're the same relation.
Okay.
I think that's the difference. Things different.
Got you.
If I remember correctly,
Okay, so
it should have been like,
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Man,
it's a tall task,
nah, bro. Got the OG.
It's a tall task.
Definitely go with the OG.
He's on pace though. He keeps it up.
He got a long way to go,
got
bro.
A long way to go.
Rod Dog bring up Thaddeus Boss versus Randy Boss.
Come on.
Don't do that, Rod.
That's an example that
don't do that, Rod. Yeah.
What we were talking about is just because you got that last name don't mean you're gonna be like that. AB over his dad.
But his dad, we're talking about like league dads. His dad was a
CFL, right?
Or no, Arena League.
Okay.
He was Arena League. Right. Yeah, we brought up the Longs already. Yeah, but that's what it was.
Shaq's kids. Nowhere close, right? Sharif is his name Sharif?
Well, yeah, open heart surgery, and that kind of like derailed him a little bit, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because right when he committed to LSU was when it happened. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, and shout out to Barry Sanders Jr. also. I'm definitely taking Barry Sanders Sr., but shout out to Jr. I like it. All right. Respect. That was a vibe right there. But hit that like button right there, man. If y'all like that convo, man, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to said channel. We greatly appreciate
Jonathan Stevens, we as a fan base need to stop giving this Lev Bell stuff attention every single offseason. LMAO. Give it up already. It's 2024, not 2014.
All right, but that's only a couple years removed. And when you're talking about a guy that was viewed as the best running back in the NFL for multiple seasons, it's always, going to be worth the conversation. That's all. It's always worth the conversation, man.
I get what he's saying. We do this every year.
But why not? We're fans.
Yeah, it's a fun conversation.
if he
I'm
didn't,
enjoying the conversation.
and think about this,
but I get what he's saying.
If he didn't do what he did on the field, you wouldn't even feel the feels that you have when you think of Giselle Bell from a positive nostalgia standpoint. So that's all I'm saying, man. If this was somebody that did it, do or accomplish certain things, and it wasn't within this like still close enough window, I think it's a different convo, and I would agree. But man, we talking about a dude that literally could go hop in this UFL like we talking about. And if he did what we think he's still potentially capable of, I don't think we're even as surprised about it because of what he was able to do on the field. That's the only reason, man. But, we'll find out, man. It definitely is fun for the offseason. So I do like that part.
Steeler Nation on fire. I would like to see how Bell would return kicks.
It's a different
Can
animal,
he do
bro.
what Godwin did with that IQ 1000 play? That's all I care about.
No,
Can you hold on to the ball and do that?
You talking about L. Bell. This is also one of the smartest players you're going to be around, man. L. Bell, bro. L. Bell was up there for a reason, man.
Give me that Godwin Igwebuike out of bounds play and don't fumble it, and you could be my kick returner.
That's a very low bar.
It is.
Like it.
It is.
Like, geez,
Gunner
man.
set the bar low.
Hey, man, you see Gunner's all pro. He said, I don't need y'all. He's still getting it in, man. Duh.
Well, good for him. But
Gunner
he
ran
wasn't
back
good.
and kicked this year, bro.
He just flat out wasn't good.
Gunner said, bro, I
There's
didn't
a
touch
reason we
paint
cut him.
this year. He said, everywhere it worked but there. That's what Gunner said right now. Everywhere but there it worked. He said, y'all sabotage show. That's what he said.
That's not true. It barely worked with the Giants. He got lucky. He got another opportunity to actually return one back because he was fumbling the ball left and right there.
From his perspective, he like, bro, Pittsburgh cursed me. I don't know what was that. New England, it was love. I just ran back and kicked. It was love.
Tito, good vibes. Shout out to Carter G. Woodson, creator of Black History Month, a.k.a. American History.
There it is.
I celebrate it every month, though. Peace to Steeler Nation.
Let's go. Shout out to you, Tito. Good vibes. And shout out to Carter G. Woodson as well. There we go. Somebody going to give us some facts today. Somebody give us some.
Yeah, let us down.
All right, man. Deke said he's not giving us Black History facts during Black History Month. It's crazy. We 5 days in.
I actually said the opposite. I just haven't followed through.
It's 5 days in. Deke still ain't gave us way yet, man. It's 5 days in. I just don't know what's going on, man. It's crazy.
John Easton need to go back to Powerball I-form with a fullback.
Well, that is what Arthur Smith likes to do. That is something that, he's not opposed to. That's what we were joking about, us having to add a fullback. Like a thumper. But I ain't against it, though. Trust me, man.
Tony Daniel II, how much would it take to trade for C.J. Stroud?
Oh, a lot of money. Yeah. What do you think? First, realistically?
No, probably. I mean, the same type of stuff it would take to get Herbert, probably.
I think Herbert would be more, though, right?
I kind of do too, and I don't know why. Even though Herbert's got his massive contract, it's just the talent so much more than Stroud. Like, it doesn't feel like Herbert can still go up like 2 other levels.
Herbert,
whereas like we kind of know what Stroud's going to be right now,
Deke,
which is good.
Herbert,
if Stroud continues this, you're a great quarterback in this league for a long
agree.
time.
Herbert to me is scary good. Like
I'm worried with Harbaugh going there. I am.
Yeah, he got scary potential. Like. Because he checks off every box
Harbaugh
that you're looking for.
Harbaugh got the most out of Alex Smith and Kaepernick.
Seriously, bro.
And now he's got Herbert, and Herbert's already done.
He's
averaging like
talented
5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns his first how many years here? That's
I'm
crazy.
with you. Herbert, he gets the knock because it's like it's weird. The Chargers, the team, but yeah, he's different. I'm with you.
Because Stroud still has his rookie contract.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I weirdly think Herbert would still go for more. So Stroud, let's say, I'd say around there though because of the rookie contract. I think it would be around 4 or 5 first to get
Respect.
Him. That's my guess. Maybe a player thrown in there too.
And off of one season though, that's my other part of why I would think that Herbert would be a little bit more because how many quarterbacks have we seen have one hot season and then kind of tailor off, fall off a cliff or whatever, or just not be able to replicate it? With Herbert, we've seen now a large enough sample size that we know he can ball. It might be some other stuff going on, but he can definitely ball. So that's the other part.
That's a good point. Yep. Justin Gordon, there's certain pros to Stroud, certain cons with Stroud versus Herbert, and, vice versa. Justin Gordon, sup fam? Yo, Deke, what's your prediction for KP8 in 24? Let's see what happens with Mason. And whether or not Mason gets re-signed. And
answer is pending Mason. Who would have thought?
Well,
we've come a long way.
Either
in
way,
365
either
days,
way,
bro.
either way, I do think he wins the job. So he does good, man. He does good. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not getting ahead of myself at all, but I still believe in Pickett. I might be done with the bull predictions for now.
Hey, respect, bro.
It might be a New Year's resolution for me.
Hey, look, the same way we said that, maybe L. Bill comes in with his leadership from his past experiences and he's able to push that. Maybe that's what you bring into the chat too, man. You will help educate them on, listen, man, learn from what happened to me. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, don't learn. Have your takes.
There it is.
Have your takes.
There
there's nothing wrong with bold takes. You got to have predictions. You got to...
YOLO, bro. You only live once, man.
Yeah.
Drop a big take on it, man.
You got to predict something.
Mm-hmm.
And I do predict Kenny's going to be good. I don't know where I'm at right now in terms of, touchdowns, yards, what exactly it looks like.
Yeah.
We'll win games with Kenny Pickett in 2024, and he's going to be a much better version of himself if he starts. I'll predict that.
But everything else is loading. Ain't nothing wrong with loading.
What is that? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
what does that look like? Is that top 10? Is that top 5, top 3, top 12? Give me time on that.
Yeah.
Joker, would y'all rather have Russ or Kenny?
Kenny right now, yeah. One's crazy bad contract, man. I ain't tripping on it.
We got Yo Young. I'm doing Uber and wait.
Is this I'm doing Uber? Yeah, I'm doing Uber and my bags just gave me. Oh, I think he's saying he's doing Uber and the person that he was about to drop.
Passenger just gave me is that what he's saying? My passenger just gave me two tickets to the 76ers game tonight. Gotta go.
Respect. Heck yeah, you gotta go, bro. Absolutely. And B's not playing tonight. He got the meniscus injury. He just got hurt. There you go.
He's out for a while.
He just got hurt, man.
No MVP.
But no, man, turn up though, bro. Turn up and enjoy yourself. Yeah, that's probably gonna knock him out that race. Side note, how'd you feel about that anyways, man?
What? That
whole rule now with the NBA. In the sense of, like, if you don't play in enough games, you're not eligible for MVP or all NBA awards and stuff like that.
I'm fine with it. They put that on themselves.
Low key, I would agree. It's like cause and effect, man. Now that the rule is what it is.
If you can't play 65 games, you probably shouldn't be up for those awards.
I would agree also. But it's like now they're tripping because they're saying, well, could you imagine if Joel Embiid isn't all NBA or is an MVP because he misses 65 games, or Tyrese Halliburton? It's like, but this is the cause and effect of when everybody was doing the load management to the extent that they were. You got to make these overcorrections. So now, yeah, some dudes might legitimately lose out on some big time money behind it. But at the same time, it's like, man, you got to play. So it's part of it, man. Definitely part of it.
How about this? Tyler Candelaria, Lev Bell saw your video today, Deke. He'd like to hop on the show to discuss. Let me know.
There it is.
Really?
You believe?
He made a super
Sound
on it.
Right, bro. I'm about to say, you ain't making it up on a super, bro.
Comment.
And it's the first super.
Do you have his number?
I should be able to check and find out. I'm sure it should be in there. I know the name from Buffalo, if I remember correctly. No Tyler. But I ain't know about the connection here. That's what I got to check. It should be in there. I'll check, though.
Yeah, he could come on the show. Unless you don't want him on.
Don't do that to me. I already took. Bro, I was over here preaching L. Bell before we even was.
We can talk this out.
Don't do me like that. I was about to say.
I want to hear why he thinks he's in the best shape ever, and why he thinks he
could
be the best form of himself.
It's L. Bell, bro. Why wouldn't L. Bell be in the best shape ever?
Do we got to push back TG then? Maybe does TG get canceled for the week? He'll understand, right?
Like your TG, bro. Listen, bro. L. Bell said he need to come here and talk this talk. All right. So we appreciate you, but we're gonna reschedule you to Thursday. All right. You're an active player on Thursday this week. You get a Thursday show slot. You know what I mean? This is the big guest day, Thursday. So yeah.
Okay, bring him on. I'm obviously all for it.
I'm gonna check the whip then. I'm just gonna check the whip. So check the phone. Cause I say I definitely had Tyler's inbox number saved back doing Buffalo. I feel like I seen him in Buffalo last time I seen him.
Okay.
This was like I ain't knew the connection. Here, I gotta check. But it should be in there.
Okay.
Last time I seen him, I was in Buffalo, bro. In Bills gear. I thought he was in Bills gear too. I gotta look into this. I'll look into it, bro. I like it. I'll look into it, man.
Sean McCartney, you mentioned D-line in the draft. Whose reps would they be taking, Larry's or Cam's? I'd say more Larry's, though. Decent, but tends to disappear. Also, working next to TJ and having Cam on the line helps.
So I look at it like this, Sean. I agree. In a vacuum, yeah, man, it should be Larry over Cam. The problem is this: I just think that the order for Cam, they're going to naturally be trying to get him off of the field more because Larry is the younger and the guy that is more recently paid. So that's why I do think whoever we be bringing in is going to be for Cam Hayward. And the longer Cam is able to hold him off, the better it is for him. But just the way the business model works, you're not trying to bring in a young guy to replace the younger of the two guys that are, taking up the most money in terms of your interior portion of your D-line. So that's the only reason why I think it would be Cam initially. But at the same time, we don't know what they're going to do contract-wise with Larry Ogunjobi either. We haven't really brought that up or talked about it, but who knows? You know what I mean? Just when you're talking about the price that he's getting paid, cap hit, and production, all of those things come into the conversation when you're just trying to figure out how to clear up more cap space to be either more aggressive in free agency or extend players that are coming up on, contract years. We said right now, what is it, Muth and Najee realistically are the two that are available for extensions.
Yeah.
We know a Highsmith restructure is available. We know a Cam Hayward extension is potentially available if we were going to try to do something messing with the cap number and stuff like that. Inside linebacker, we'd have to see what we want to do because a lot of that was, bringing them on right at the end or 1 year type deals. And how many years does Casey have left? I think it was 1 year too, right?
This is it.
Yeah.
2 years.
No, he did 2 years. This is last year right here. It was a 2 year. Yeah.
I thought this comment was funny. I just want to read it. Menenzo. Cam is getting paid way too much and has a big ego. Can you attest to his big ego? I think he has one of the smallest egos, right?
Cam got a big head. He ain't got no big ego. And I love Cam. That's why I talk about him like that, all right? Cam got a big head. We call him Iron Head for a reason. Big blockheads like that big. But his ego, man, he got one of the smallest, chillest egos ever. That's why we all love Cam. Because Cam is a dude that can walk around and flex on everybody. He got the big boy whips with the big boy paycheck. He the first rounder. He done lived it up. All pro bowler, who's who, Walter Payton man of the year, got the wife, the kids. Like, he done won that life. All right. So yeah, he can walk around and flex big talk any day of the week if he wanted to. He could pull up and do the Albert Hainsworth if he wanted to. But nah, man, that ain't Cam. Cam literally one of the most down to earth, humble. You want to have him around you. He's a great dude to just be around. Also for the locker room dude also, man. Just across the way, he checks all the boxes. So, yeah, I can't say that. Not from my perspective, man. But shout out to my dog, though.
Tony Daniels second. Ivan Taylor. Jordan Clark. Future legacy
yeah,
Steeler.
Come on, man. That's Lil Ike and Lil RC. Heck yeah, Lil Ike going to Notre Dame. Lil RC was at Arizona State, if I remember correctly. Heck yeah, Jordan Clark, man, he's been out there for the past 2 years now. He was productive, man. He was a productive player. Ivan just committed to Notre Dame this, probably 2 months ago. It was recently,
right?
Yeah, he was on the tour. Yep. So no, I salute both of them cats though, man. Like I said, I'm fans. You already know. Same way I was a fan of JPJ, I'm a fan of them boys as well, man. It be like that. And don't forget you got little betters out there too. Got little betters too. All right.
Oh God.
Check it on the box. Check it out.
Elijah West. Broncos take the Russ contract no matter what. Whoa. I didn't know about that wrinkle.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's different then. Yeah, if you're going to say they're going to take the contract no matter what, sure, give me Russ. But I just didn't think that was like a real thing. I feel like we still going to have to come up with something to acquire him. I don't even want that. That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever that costs, I don't want to do that cost. So if it's the Broncos are going to take his contract, we still got to give up a first and whatever else. I personally don't want to do that, man. And that's why I would lean Kenny in that vein.
Fine. Here's a prediction for Kenny. Kenny will be better than Russ Wilson in 2024. Therefore, I will take Kenny over Russ.
Yeah, I'm like, of all my quarterbacks, I'm like, yo, Kenny, you can get this one. And this version we just see, you can get this one, bro. And if not, you can make it at least close for the money. All right.
I don't think Russ had a bad year, though.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he just wasn't great. So I just feel like Kenny, that's a lot more attainable. If Russ would have won there and went for 4,500 or 5 Gs, I'm like, all right, Kenny, bro. But I'm like, yo, you can get that.
Absolutely.
And we went a lot with that. That's what I'm saying.
Phantom TV, can you do a video breakdown of Rakestraw Moats?
Go ahead, put it on my list then, man. Don't trip, baby. Like I said, I'm cooking again. I'm back. All right.
Elijah West, we could pay Russ $5 million and he would still get paid from the Broncos. Look into it. If we got him, it wouldn't kill us.
No, respect on that. And like I said, if that's the contract structure, yes. But once again, I'm just talking to the extent of how are you getting him off of that roster? Are they cutting him? Because if they're cutting him, then yeah. If we only got to pay him $5 million and that's all the skin that we have in the game, 100%. It's a former Super Bowl winning player, right? Franchise quarterback, formerly. So even though he's longer in the tooth and it's not to that extent, yeah, that makes sense. But I just don't see how you getting him here without them just cutting him. And for the Broncos, why are they just going to cut him when they can at least try to trade him and get assets from him? Especially if they're going to be taking on all the contract anyways, based on what you're saying. That was my whole thing with it, man.
I think that's the last Super.
Respect, man. Respect. But like I said, I do like the fact that what we're saying, though, in the sense of they would take on that contract, but I would need them to just release Russ first. Unless you're trying to trade for him.
I don't want him. My money's on Kenny.
What? No, I'm with you on that. But if you're getting Russell Wilson and the whole argument is the contract. So we're taking contract out and we're just saying, what's the difference between Russell Wilson versus any other quarterback that we're bringing in as competition? The whole knock would be he's older, he has the contract, and what we would have to give up to get him.
Yeah, I just think you bring in Russ, he's your star. It's Russell Wilson. You know what I mean? Like that dude's a Hall of Famer.
The money would make him that. But if he just signed for $1 million, I don't think that's the conversation. But now I think his play would make it that, and that's what we'd have to see if Kenny could do what we think he could do.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's how I view it as different. You're bringing in Russell Wilson. You're giving him first crack at starter. Yeah,
maybe he's gonna get first crack. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like I don't think it's a competition anymore. You could call it that, but you're bringing in Russell Wilson.
So even Russ at this stage is no competition to you.
Yeah, it almost be like bringing in Kirk Cousins. Like if you're bringing in Kirk Cousins, he's your starter.
What's Tannehill to you again?
Russell Wilson's a Hall of Famer.
I'm talking right now. You say he's Hall of Famer. I say right now.
Tannehill's been bad the last couple of years. Like Russ didn't have a bad year last year.
We're talking in comparison to Kenny Pickett. You could not say that Ryan Tannehill was bad when you're referring to Kenny in comparison.
He has been bad the last couple of seasons.
Fair. We could agree to disagree there.
But then you're dealing with a guy that you drafted in the first round, and Kenny Pickett, you've won games with. So like I think naturally you do side with that over a Tannehill who isn't Russell Wilson, like you're bringing in. And is that part of his career where I think if
all three of them,
I think if Tannehill goes anywhere, no matter what, because you could say, what's a team with like an unproven quarterback, like a Bryce Young? All right, have
Bryce
the Panthers.
Young's the number 2 overall pick, though, bro.
I don't see much of a difference though between the Panther situation, our situation, where you're just from the fact of you got your young quarterback, you're still trying to find out more about him.
See, I think the big difference is that's the number 2 overall pick, and it was his first season, and people view Carolina as just a disaster of a situation, which is why they kind of went through the whole fire and everybody again. Whereas I just think for Kitty, they look at him as, bro, we've seen 2 years now, and we've seen somebody else in the same situation.
I would say half the time he's been like solid though. Like I'm
with you on that.
This year was up and down. This year was very up and down.
For me, when I hear you say Tannehill was trash or he's bad, I'm trying to figure out in what comparison are we saying that anything that he's done is trash or bad, and we're praising Kenny Pickett.
I mean, it's hyperbolic. It's just not a quarterback I want on my team starting and paying that amount of money. It's hyperbolic. I get it because he's done good stuff in the league. He's proven so much, but if I bring him in, like he's got to be the backup, in my opinion. We need to find out more on Kenny Pickett.
Respect.
I think it'd be a waste of time.
He should be able to beat him out, though. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you can't beat him out, if you can't beat Russ out, then we screwed anyways.
I don't think those are the guys you bring. I mean, Tannehill, to me personally, I think he'd be a good backup. I think he will be. I think Russ Wilson, Kirk Cousins, completely different story.
Respect.
Like you're bringing them in, I think they're the starter, just based off who they are, what they've done in the league.
See, and I feel like Kirk, yes. I think with Russ, I think he's getting in that range.
Of what? Backup.
Are you paying him $40?
No, I don't. Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm
I'm not
talking
even
about. It's
saying.
like
I'm not even
because when you
saying I
start coming
want.
off that number, though, it's like, okay, well, what are are we paying you? What is this?
Yeah, I think he's still Russ Wilson. Like I don't think the Denver Broncos receivers did him many favors while he was out
And
there.
I would agree with that also.
Like, I don't know if he had the best situation. Like they did bring in Sean Payton. You see his play improved a lot.
Yeah.
The year before, he had Nat Hackett out there hacking
True.
it up.
Very true. Very true.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like he goes somewhere and actually plays solid, like if the Falcons traded for him or the Raiders or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, respect.
He's getting up there in age, so he just might naturally be on more of a decline, but still Russ. Like
I said, maybe it's me. I'm not as high. Maybe that's just me. It could be me.
Yeah, his days of putting up whatever he was putting up in Seattle, some of those gaudy numbers, that might be done, but. I think he could at least replicate what he did last year. Probably even improve off that.
Yeah. But was last year what we would deem franchise QB elite top 10? That's all I'm saying.
No, this is why I'm not trading for him. No, I don't want him. Let's see. Tony Daniel, I think a couple of supers came in.
Oh, he just write it down. Yeah. All right.
Tony Daniel II. TJ Tampa film study Moats, and thank me later.
All right. I just already documented, man. Let's get it. We're going to find out. But some of these names, I'm like, oh, I ain't heard this one before. Now, some of these names I did hear before from you at the Super Bowl, so shout out to you for that. But yeah, some of these names I ain't heard yet, bro. I'm going to find out, though. It's my time now.
Elijah West, I want him if they cut him versus Kenny.
Yeah. I'm with you there. Cut him, and we ain't giving up nothing. It's just whatever we negotiate on that deal, yeah. Because, once again, you bringing in a quarterback that at least has proven that he can have success in this league. And regardless of if we think Kenny is better or not, if at bare minimum it makes Kenny have to beat him out and he does, well, then it's a great problem to have. But if he can't, well, then shoot, you at least feel like, all right, I got something that has played in this league and has had success. I just don't want to touch anything that's going to cost a lot, nor do I want to do it where we're going to have to give up draft picks for him when we already in a situation where we're asking ourselves, can Kenny beat all Russ? If the conversation is, can Kenny beat all Russ, why would we give up anything or even, go out our way to go get him? I just didn't think that this was a realistic scenario where you like, yo, they could just cut him, and then,
They might. Yeah, I just don't want Russ here because I want to see what Kenny's got. It's almost the same reason why I don't want Kirk Cousins here. Yeah, I think they would be declared QB1 in the offseason, but I'd rather see what Kenny got over them. That's just like my personal preference on it. The Barbarian. Hey, Deke and Moats, I did a video on Arthur Smith as OC. Please critique.
All right. We'll have to do that then, man. Let's get it. Shout out to the Barbarian also, baby.
Skeeter Jones in the house says, what if we got Jordan Travis in the 5th? Should we take a flyer on him?
That's your call, bro.
I would take Milton over him if...
You switched it up.
Well, TG made it seem like Milton's going first round after the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
No, initially I was saying Milton. I was saying Milton in the 4th.
I thought you said Travis initially because he was hurt. And
well,
he
was another name,
on him.
But
yeah.
Whenever I was looking at, I probably did say Travis initially, but whenever I really delved into the quarterbacks, it might have been like a week or so later.
Yeah.
Saw Milton, and I was like, I think that's a guy we should go for in the 4th. But
Respect.
then TG was like 4th. He's going to be going in the first round. Watch out.
If he's saying first round,
I'll take Milton over Travis just for the upside. If you're going to have a QB3, give me the guy that's got the more upside, right?
I need to go see more Travis too to see who has more upside. But I will say right now, Milton's more healthy. Milton looks freaky too. Like, if I remember correctly, Travis' body type he ain't built like Joe Milton.
No.
Yeah, Milton's like.
I think Travis is gonna be like his ceiling would be like a Tyrod Taylor.
Okay.
With all due respect.
What's wrong with Tyrod? Pro Bowl, Super Bowl champ, ton of contract money, man. We ain't tripping. My dog Rye, he got decade plus, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not ripping on him at all.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
bro.
I think that's where he's at.
Okay.
I don't think it's your franchise guy.
No, respect, man.
A guy
everybody can't be a franchise quarterback, man.
A guy that you could maybe keep around in the system for a little bit if you need a bridge quarterback at some point.
Yeah,
he'll be around. That's what I think his ceiling is.
So you feel like Travis has the higher floor than Milton, but Milton has the higher ceiling then, in terms of just
absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Because that's the one thing. Like I said, this was my first introduction to Milton in terms of like watching him in that Senior Bowl, and it just it's really nice and it's really not nice all at the same time. So I don't feel like that was the case with Travis, but I got to go back and, like I said, check out him a little bit more injury.
Tony Daniel II, KP is the great value version of Cousins.
Now, TG, when he first brought up comps for Kenny, he did bring up Kirk Cousins and Ryan Tannehill. I do remember that.
Maybe,
I do remember that.
Yeah, he probably did.
But I don't think his intentions were pure when he brought it up. I think he was trying to mess with you.
Well, yeah, I mean, because me and TG feel the same way about those quarterbacks.
Yeah, he was trying to mess with you, bro.
That's why I didn't like the comparisons.
I liked it. I thought it was a positive.
You don't mind the comparisons, yeah.
Because, listen, y'all are pure bloods here. So y'all introduction to quarterback play is very skewed. Okay? It's very skewed. His inception to the NFL was Ben Roethlisberger. You grew up Ben Roethlisberger. You feel me? That's not normal, bro. So when you are not accustomed to that, you figure out that and that and that, you better love, okay? You better get them because those buy you time and keep you in the conversation until you can get one of them ones, man.
That's another reason why I wouldn't mind the 49ers winning, maybe. You see Brock Purdy? It's like, all right, yeah, you don't need the Mahomes, the Josh Allen, like the freaky athlete type of guy.
Do you want Brock Purdy to win for your Kenny Pickett argument? Is that what you just said, bro? It's no way you just said that, bro. That's crazy, Deke. Deke, don't do that, bro. Quarterback play matters, man. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You trying to
I think Brock Purdy's good.
He is really good.
I'm talking from a standpoint.
I just feel like you trying to minimize
Pickett
it, though.
Doesn't have the athleticism or the talent that a Josh Allen or Mahomes had. Just flat out.
But you low-key was minimizing Purdy, too. He was like, bro, I need a Purdy guy to win, man. At all. If a Purdy win, it make you feel like, come on, man.
It's just been so long since I've seen a guy win. Like, it's been Brad Johnson, I think. Brad Johnson with Tampa Bay.
What? Why we doing it? Bro, why you doing that, man? Don't do Purdy like that, man.
I'm not trying to. I'm really not because I think Purdy's good.
He's kind of like Brad Johnson. He's like Trent Dilfer. Like, don't do Purdy like that, man. Purdy has stuff. He's doing some stuff, bro.
If he wins the Super Bowl, he's legitimately top 5.
No, see, I ain't saying that, but God.
Dude, you won a Super Bowl.
What? We could just, we can agree to disagree. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We could agree to disagree, man. That's just, yeah. I just didn't think that equated to that. That's all.
Has he helped out by the Niners? Sure, but again, we've seen how many quarterbacks go in there and fail. Not be able to get it done. Jimmy G, a guy that, everyone would say, average quarterback, whatever.
All I'm saying is we can have different opinions with it, man. I know you're bigger on a team stat, so I get why you would push it the way that you push it.
It is a team stat, but again, like quarterback being the leader of the team, it's flat out the most important thing for you to do. Like I said, most important thing. Hey. If you're not killing the team, then you're helping them, and that counts.
Like I said, bro,
we just view it differently. If you ain't folding, you can put up all the stats you want, but if your guy can't come through when the playoffs are happening, like I don't want that guy on my team. I'm sorry.
But those are all very different arguments than you saying that he is simply top 5 because he won a Super Bowl.
That counts. What I'm saying, that counts. Like, playoff wins count. You know that he's not going to fold in big moments. You can't say that about every quarterback out here. And we're talking about, like, big-time quarterbacks, too, that put up good stats that people would consider in the top 10.
You just said top 5. That's all. First, you was talking about Brock Purdy. Think about how you think.
Dude, listen, because after the top 5, like, what are we talking about here? We're talking about Trevor Lawrence and Dak Prescott and all them.
Think about how you just described Brock Purdy. In 1 minute, you said, "Yeah, I would like Brock Purdy to win because it's not like the Mahomes. It's not like what we view as an elite quarterback." But now, in the same conversation, you're saying that if he wins the Super Bowl, just 4-5, a week from now he's top 5.
He's top 10.
What?
So he's top 10 right now, so it wouldn't be that much of a stretch. We got him at like 8 right now.
That's why I said,
plus, you won a Super Bowl, you get bumped up a few spots for that.
That's why I was like, we could just agree to disagree.
We're already talking about the quarterbacks. I mean, after those 4 or 5 guys, like, what conversations are we having? We're talking about like Trevor Lawrence and Kyler Murray and Dak Prescott.
We could just agree to disagree.
I'll take Purdy over all them. If he wins a Super Bowl,
we could agree to disagree.
None of them have done any of that.
Yeah, we could agree to disagree, baby. I ain't tripping on it.
Martian, look into Xavier Legette, South Carolina receiver.
All right. We'll get him on the list as well then. Let's get it, man.
All right, that's it for the Supers right now.
Well, shoot, let's go there, man. Y'all hit that like button one time and don't forget to subscribe either, man. All right. So if I remember correctly, we should be at the back end of this thing. 15 minutes on the frame. We got time for the phone lines, Deke. Because I kind of want to hear what these people feel about the Arthur Smith hire. You know?
Sure. Tony Daniel II, backs you, says winning is not a QB stat, Deke.
That's just how I feel about it. I get the narrative, though. I do. And I ain't against it. I just don't I personally, that's why I say we can just agree to disagree. Because I know for a lot of people, it's just simpler to associate wins with quarterback. And then if your quarterback wins the most, it doesn't matter what is helping him. It's just we praise him and say he's the best. I get it. It's nothing wrong with it, bro.
But no, it's not all about it is about that, but it's not all about that completely. Like Mahomes is having his worst statistical year this year.
No, it's different, bro.
He's not putting
a big difference, man.
This is what I'm talking about. The same thing though. Like he's not putting up these crazy stats in the playoffs, but he's winning games.
It's the ask. Is what I'm referring to.
Dude's winning games. Tom Brady wasn't putting up the goddess of stats at times.
We can agree.
Dude's winning games. Like
we can agree to disagree, because the whole conversation falls back to if you take Mahomes and put him in the Niners, is Mahomes still Mahomes? Is the Niners still the Niners? You take Brock Purdy, you put him in Kansas City. Is Purdy still Purdy? Or are the Chiefs still the Chiefs? That's how I look at it.
I'm not putting Brock Purdy above Mahomes.
I'm just saying in general. When we start talking top fives, that's how I look at it.
But as I said, after you get through those top 4 or 5,
we could agree to disagree, bro.
The list becomes a little bare.
We can agree to disagree.
Purdy versus Dak?
We
both agreed we'd take Purdy over Dak.
We can agree to disagree, bro. And that's fine. I'm cool with agree to disagree. I ain't tripping on it.
That's fine. All right, let's get these phone lines.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, man. All right. Lucky, got to get the daggone number up. Man, what's tripping over here? All right. But no, man, we are going to get these phone lines open. In one moment, there it is. All right. So, we do want to get your thoughts, though, on the Arthur Smith hire. All right, we know he is new to the Steelers family. Shout out to Arthur as well, man. But the number to dial, 412-346-6955. Once again, 412-346-6955. Call in, join the convo, because we do want to hear your thoughts on the Arthur Smith hire. All right. So let's see. Is John Easton going to be the first one to call in today? That's the real question, because he's been consistent these past couple of times. So let's see. And no, I have no dog in this race. Just throwing it out there. The phone lines are open.
Plus.
All right. Sheet. Hello. Talk to me, baby. Who you want to holler with, man? Holy smokes, thing loud as heck.
This is John Easton.
I swear I can't make this up, bro.
My bad, it's John Easton. Can you hear me?
Oh, no. Is it, you turn me down a little?
He's got the number on speed, though.
I don't know how that happens, bro.
Hello?
Yo, you got me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you got us over there?
Yeah.
Hey, so they said that you got something tapped, bro, because they're
like,
yo. You hear me? Yeah. Hello?
Mic check.
You got us?
What up?
Hello?
Yo, you don't hear us?
No.
Is it turned up? I don't know. Yo.
Oh, hold on.
You got me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Oh, my bad. My phone was turned down.
Shout out to John Easton. Yeah, man. The chat said, yo, you got something tapped up here, bro. Because they said, yo, how does your phone pop up every single time? So I don't know what be going on, bro. But no, man, what's the word with you, man?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Man, we over here dumbfounded because, yeah, we try to figure out how you be the first number to pop up every single time. I don't know how you do that. It's crazy.
You know, the chat needs to hear me, man. I'm the Kenny Pickett guy.
Yo, so talk to us, though, man. How you feel about this Arthur Smith hire?
I love it. To me, it's very Kenny friendly.
Hold on, say again. You said Kenny friendly?
Kenny friendly.
Okay. So do you like it though?
Yeah, I think it's like when the Steelers hired Ron Earhart back in the '90s to be the coordinator. It brings the power run game back, which we need.
Okay.
What are your expectations for Pickett in this offense?
Yeah, I wanted to. I had a question because I was kind of like arguing with Chad over something.
Let's hear it.
I was wondering if I get a question.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's
Hello?
hear it. Yeah, yo.
You got it?
Hello?
Yo, Jock, you hear? Man, I don't know what's going on with John today. John, you got me,
Yeah,
baby?
my bad. My phone was messed up. Can I just get a question in?
What's up?
Can I just get a question in? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
my phone was
Yeah,
messed
go
up.
ahead, yeah.
I was arguing with Chat because I said that old school football can still work in today's NFL with the power run game, and they were saying that it's a passing league and it doesn't work. So I was wondering your opinion.
I agree with you 100%. Everything we saw out of the offense
My bad.
over those no, you're good. Over those last 4 games when Mason was at the helm, I think that proved that style can win in this league. 100%. I think our defense needed to be better in that playoff game particularly. And
Cool.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, we just need to not make mistakes with our offense in that wild card game, because if we don't throw that pick in the red zone, we don't have the fumble. We're ready. I think we could have competed with any team, honestly. Yeah. It's just we made too many stupid mistakes. But that's the formula. If we do that style, you can't beat yourselves. You take your shots when needed, and the defense plays good. I think it can win. The Chiefs are doing it to an extent.
I would agree. I would say they definitely are, man.
Thank you.
No, without a doubt. Shoot, I like that there. Hey, John. All love too, man. We appreciate you tapping in with us. And whatever's going on with that phone, we're gonna get you squared away, all right? But we definitely appreciate you tapping in with us, all right?
My bad. I'm going to be a bad reception area.
Hey, all good, baby. No worries at all, baby. Let's get it. But definitely appreciate you, all right? Bro, I don't know what was going on with my man phone, bro. He lost him again. Jeez. Shout out to John Easton, though, all right? Like I said, phone lines are open, man. 412-346-6955.
They're saying his service is worse than TG's.
Bro, yeah, they said he was on the TG Sprint phone. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was trying.
He had cricket.
Hello, talk to me. Who you on the hotline with?
What up, Barilla?
What up, Barilla 92? How you living, baby?
What's going on?
Shoot.
Chilling.
Man, how you feeling about this Arthur Smith hire, Barilla?
I mean, it wasn't the sexy hire, but I mean, it's Pittsburgh.
This is also true. This is true. Now, what does this mean for your man Kenny Pickett?
That's not my man's. That's not my man's.
Deke ain't like that answer. I'm just throwing it out there. Deke was not a fan of that.
I know. That's why you guys had John Easton on first. You had to make him happy first, and then the bad guy came on.
So Deke sabotaged the phone line. That's what you telling us, Barilla. I like it. Deke sabotaged it so John can get on first.
How many weeks in a row?
You know what?
How many weeks in a row?
I was trying to figure. You know, Deke, the producer, Deke, the technical guy, man. So whatever's going on, we blame it on Deke every time. So yeah, you might be onto something, man.
That's a new sabotage right there.
But I thought John hasn't been too happy with me recently though, because I've been supporting Mason.
I mean, the support has been light, but
for Mason,
Mason's my guy.
I popped the tags, man.
I mean, yeah, you've been supporting him, but then you also followed up. But yeah, Kenny Pickett's a guy.
Here's the thing. No, I
call him out, Barilla.
Most can attest to this. I have said if we sign Mason, I would give him the edge for the QB1 spot this offseason. Yeah. I did say that because he proved it in those last 4 games.
I'll give you that.
I did say that. No,
I'll give you that.
I'm just saying whoever wins the QB job, and I think based off just how the Steelers organization operates and the affinity they have for Kenny, I do think they're going to be a little biased towards him in that competition if Mason does come back. Essentially, whoever's starting when 2024 Week 1 comes around, I think they're going to be solid.
Right. So my only thing with the hiring of Arthur Smith is they're like, oh, it's so pro, it's like Kenny friendly. So to me, it sounds like, okay, we really got to dumb this down and run, because this guy can't complete a pass or stay in the pocket.
You know, Barilla, that is actually a very fair assessment, and I could understand why people would take that approach. I just kind of looked at it as, instead of we kind of look at every hire or every move as why it's a negative for somebody, I kind of took it as, okay, well, why is this a benefit for him? Right. And the reason being is because we know he can make these plays.
Right. The plus is he can run a good offense, and I think we have the running backs to run that offense. and then we have better receivers than when he was in Tennessee. So
yeah,
I mean, it wasn't the second pick, but I think it's gonna work out nice. But if I'm in charge, I'm bringing in Mason.
I was going to ask you.
We've seen what he can do, especially with play action.
I think it would work with Mason for sure. I think the offense would work fine with Mason. Yeah.
I was going to ask you also, Brilla, before we, finish up and everything. I mean, you're not a Kenny guy. You said that. You said if it was Mason back, you would bring him back. So what you thinking in terms of this offseason? Would you go draft something, free agency something at that QB position, or are you cool with bringing back just simply Mason?
I'm good bringing back Mason, and then I want to get one of those top 3 centers.
Oh, okay.
And we go from there.
All right.
Mason says no. I'm moving on. What
bring
do you do?
in Tyler Boyd, third receiver.
I like that.
I like how you cooking. But Deke brought up something.
Mason says no. Then what's your next play?
Mason says no. Then I got to draft something.
What round?
Brilliant.
If something falls in the first, maybe second round.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Maybe even trade up.
What are you doing with Mitch?
Okay.
The question everyone wants to know. What are you doing with Mitch?
I don't know why he hasn't been fired yet.
Hey, chill. Don't do my dog Mitch like that. Don't do my dog Mitch like that, man.
He's around, and I don't know why.
Hey, great locker room guy, all right? Great locker room guy. It's the off season. He gonna have everybody in Florida, all right?
So you're just going straight first round or second round for Kenny competition. You're not doing free agency outside of Mason.
You keep saying competition, but
oh my God.
Brilla
92 is a Kenny hater. He's a Kenny hater. He's not even giving Kenny a chance.
It's such a contrast.
Even when
John Easton to Brilla is such a contrast.
Even when it was allegedly a competition, come on, man. You can't tell me Mason wasn't showing up and making those throws in practice.
I don't know. Moats was there. Moats, what was going on?
I plead the
Is there a
fifth.
Conspiracy?
I plead the fifth. Keep me out of this.
My thing was, Colbert went and he was like, you know what? I can't lose. I draft Kenny. He's the guy. I'm a legend. He doesn't pan out. I'm out of here.
I'm out anyways. Deuces. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Mason showed more in those last 4 games than Kenny has showed in 24. And if we're being real, Mason's only had a dozen starts, and everybody wanted to quit on him and say we know what he is.
Yeah.
So why don't we know what Kenny is?
That's very valid right there. Very valid, man.
I said those Mason 4 games are better than any of Kenny's 4 games. I agreed with that. I agreed.
Maybe he takes the Mason route. He sits a while, he develops. That's cool. But right now, I would like to win some football games and not be stressed out.
We win with Kenny.
He said, and not be stressed out. It's and not be stressed out. Just 2-parter.
That's what you do, man. You say, we won with Kenny. But, yes, we won, and Kenny was the quarterback. But he is not why we won. The defense was showing out.
Those game-winning drives count.
If we go down,
Barilla's
taking care of the ball counts. But here's the thing.
If we go down 2-3 scores, he isn't making those fourth-quarter comebacks. The defense has to keep it close. And that's why we're getting all these injuries and people are dropping like flies. They paid a million snaps before Mason came in.
Listen, I'm not going to disagree with you. Kenny need to play better this year, for sure. But I still believe in him that he can make things right for year 3. That's all. Like I said, his 2024 season is going to be based off my projections, I guess, of what he can be.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he'll regress because that would be –
He can't regress. He can't regress. Yeah.
But –
it was looking up until he got hurt. It was looking up once we fired Canada.
I mean,
you can agree with that. You can agree with that.
He wasn't scoring points.
Right.
And I'm not even going to say his
it looked good,
touchdown.
but yeah, ultimately when Mason was in there against the
getting
Bengals, we scored the
for
points.
running back to get in.
What?
He said that he still didn't get some position for the running backs to even score.
Jalen fumbled that one.
Down there, man.
Jalen fumbled. We were there.
I mean, I wish I could believe like you. It's a beautiful thing.
I like the optimism. And like we said, we need this, though. We need the optimism because we go through some rough times, man. But that optimism is going to work for us.
I think our roster is going to be way better. I believe in Omar Khan. Thank God nobody's tried to inquire about Andy Weidel. Let him cook, and I'm going to put my trust in it.
Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to you, Brilla 92. And as always, we definitely appreciate you coming in. You came through and just You was over here scraping the pot. I heard you cooking. I just know I heard you cooking over there. All right?
Next time John Easton comes first, I gotta come second.
Hey, respect, respect, man.
Maybe we put you guys both on at the same time.
All right, much love,
Four-way.
guys.
Hey, seriously, have them duke it out, man. But no, we appreciate you as always, man.
I'm up for it. I'll bring stats and everything. You can just come with it.
Let's go.
Well wishes.
Let's go. No, I appreciate you again, baby. Peace. Shout out to Marilla92 right there, man. Cutting it up with us for a little bit. Deke, we got time, man. We're going to take another call, man. All right. The number is 412-346-6955. Once again, 412. All right. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Who are we on the hotline with, baby?
Yo, Moats, this is Trevor.
What's the word?
Trevor Ward.
Trevor, what's the word, Trevor? How we living on your side, baby? You got me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Heck yeah, baby. Heck yeah. Talk to me.
Oh yeah.
Talk to me. How we feeling? We had Arthur Smith.
I'm
It's official.
feeling good. I just studied a little bit.
Respect. I like what you studying over there. First off, man, what you studying?
Oh, just a little greenery, little foliage.
Hey, now you speaking my language.
That's all.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, hey, we studied the same type of way there, baby. I like your energy over there.
Yeah, there you go. There
But talk to me, Trevor. Talk to me, man. How are you feeling about the Arthur Smith hire, officially offensive coordinator? What's your vibes on it?
I do like the hire. I like the hire. Here's what I'll say, though. I'm just genuinely nervous. But not because I'm nervous with the Steelers. It's just been a little hard the last couple of years at the quarterback position.
Yep.
Like, whenever we get great play, I'm like, oh, man, this might be the one. It was with Kenny. It was with Mason. Now I'm just kind of holding my breath. Well, now I'm kind of holding my breath. Like, I just don't quite know what I want out of next year. But I know my Steelers are going to arise. You know what I mean? And Mike T's got, Coach Tomlin, he runs a tight ship. We know our baseline, but whatever.
I get what you're saying. It's you don't know. Is it going to be the completely run-heavy style he played with the Titans, or is he going to adapt, open it up more with the personnel that we got? And, Kenny, he opens it up for Kenny's development. I'll take it whatever way, but I'm kind of with you. I got a good feeling in next year that it's going to work out.
Okay, good. I'm optimistic because I just like this organization. I like being a fan of the organization, but maybe not being, top tier contenders. I live with a Giants fan, and he's all like, he's all like, he's my roommate, and he's like, isn't it what it's like to not be exactly maybe top 3, 4, 5 in your division? And I'm like, bro, we're getting 10 wins in the AFC.
The big boy conference. Come on, man.
4 or 5. Yeah. You're getting 4 or 5 wins in the NFC. This is different.
It's a big difference in the AFC, man. Facts.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm excited for Kenny. It was tough to lose his job to injury because he was winning and he was flashing.
Yeah.
But also, I like it. I don't love it. How could you love it thus far? How could you love it? Yeah. I could see liking it. You know what I mean? Does he have upside? Oh yeah. And there were times where I saw poise, but other times where I just feel like he lost his poise or his cool. So I like Kenny, and I'm nervous. I genuinely don't know if we can keep Mason. I don't know, maybe the bridge was burned in his head a long time ago when he was promised a competition. He was promised a competition that never was off. I can't ignore that. Even though if this is his starter opportunity, if I'm Mason, I'm taking it. If it's the only starting opportunity, absolutely taking it. So, you can come at it from a lot of ways. I'm really excited to watch our running backs next year. I think we're going to run wild.
Thrive. Seriously.
You bringing in Bell?
I think they're going to run wild. Nah.
No. What? Why not?
When your age starts with a 3 and you're a running back, It's so hard. It's terrible. It's terrible. He's literally one of the best running backs I've ever watched.
Yeah.
And yet, my gut tells me it's like, bruh, like we have youth, we have talent in the room already. Like,
but it's L. Bell though. It's L. Bell. You remember what it looked like the last time you seen it on black and the last time you saw it in black and gold, not any other color, black and gold.
He's dancing in that clean pocket. He picked one of them holes. Woo! Like,
come on, man.
Oh, man.
We know what that dead leg look like. We know the stiff arm highlight tape. Come on, man. I'm sure it's a Bengals defender having nightmares right now about that L. Bell dead leg stiff arm. And you know who I'm talking about, all right? It's a Bengals player having nightmares behind that thing.
You know, one thing about the dead leg is, you know, I'll be watching the Giants because my roommates watch them, and that's what, like, open field.
Oh, Saquon.
Once Saquon, takes that big step, you're like, uh-oh.
Dead leg.
And that feels like Le'Veon to me. Yeah. But anywho, I remember Le'Veon. It was funny to me because back in the day, I remember people even talking about, oh, yeah, the high school running backs now, they grab the ball and they take 2 stutter steps looking at the pocket because they're all watching L. Bell. I was like, he literally changed the way that running backs were playing.
We used to say that was tiptoeing. If you was a running back and you would, pat your feet before hitting the hole, we say you scared, you tiptoeing. But L. Bell revolutionized it. It was like, nah,
he was like,
this works.
He was like almost quarterback-esque. He's standing in the pocket, waiting for his opportunity, then strikes like a viper, man. Oh, you almost talking to me into signing him, but nah, I'm teasing.
That's how it always works, bro. That's how it always works, man.
Yeah, because I mean, like, Jalen is hot. Like, who knows if we'll pay him because running backs, and it's just a disaster. Like, growing up watching, like, I'm not quite 30 yet, so I don't quite remember Bettis. My memory starts around like the 07,
when you said you're not quite
season.
30, I know where you was going. You made me nervous, but I'm with you. We still here.
Oh,
you made me nervous. I was going to say, don't do my age like that, baby. Don't do me like that. Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, you know, I'm closer to that than 21. I'm 26 now and a teacher.
Hey, let's go.
It's getting close. But anyways, enough about me. We're talking Steelers. I just feel like it's tough. You know, I don't remember Bettis on the team, but I remember Willie, and I remember obviously Le'Veon, but even guys like Mendenhall and obviously not an amazing look in the Super Bowl, but I remember Mendenhall well.
Outside of that, the other body of work was good,
Oh, sure, and Williams too, and I'm just excited. Yeah. I'm excited for Jalen and Najee. I was so happy with the work they put in this year. And watching Jalen's, I remember watching Jalen's interview at his training camp, his first training camp. And he was one of the first guys, that was one of the first years ever I looked into the draft picks. Like, because you kind of develop in your fandom. I wasn't like, I'll pay attention to this, but I did this year. And someone said something about him taking an extra rep in the Oklahoma drill and Mike T calling his name. I was like, a rook is calling his name to run the ones again. I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch his interview. And he just seemed like a really humble, down-to-earth guy. He's undersized, so he works his ass off. Excuse me. Sorry.
You good. Yeah.
So there. But he's undersized, but he's been one of my favorite Steelers since coming in.
And shoot, he been balling. So
I had that
go ahead.
Right. And I got that GP jersey.
There it is.
Asked for that one for Christmas. Yeah, when we had that little hiccup controversy, I wasn't saying nothing because I ain't getting rid of. Because I got this jersey. I don't want it to, they were talking trading and stuff. I was like, no, bro, no. I got the jersey.
Hey, look,
he's got a ball out for the Steelers.
Hey, like I said, Trevor, I'm definitely with you on that one, baby. And shout out to the fact that we did not trade GP. Shout out to the fact that Jalen is still here.
Oh,
absolutely.
Are you kidding?
Hey,
Yeah.
and we definitely appreciate you too for tapping in with us, baby. All right.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's go, baby.
Thanks for
Let's
keeping
go.
it real.
Nah, man, you already
You
know
two
what
are
it
the
is,
best.
man. Nah, appreciate you from the heart, baby. All right. Let's get
Yeah.
it. Let's
Peace, bro.
get it. Shout out to Trevor right there, man. Like it. Like it, man. Phone lines is booming. Good little convos, man. Good little, little heat check. See what's happening.
Yeah, I
Okay,
got a
man.
couple supers rolling in real
Oh, we
quick.
did? All right.
Brilla 92.
Well, hold on. I'm going to say shout out John Easton, shout out to Brilla 92, and shout out to Trevor, man, tapping in with us on those phone lines, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. And like I said, man, especially in the off season now, we'll probably do a little bit more of that type of stuff. So, yeah, salute you, man. Salute you. I hit that like button one time for the coach, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Brilla 92, before he called in, says only Deke can give a QB credit for the D winning. I will give the defense the credit for the win.
I'm really glad you said defense too.
Not
yeah.
Kenny Pickett in that Cleveland Browns game. I will do that. But all the other games, I think Kenny had something to do with it.
I don't hate it, but it is funny that they come at you like that, though, bro. It is definitely funny.
Yeah, in some of those games, the defense did play good. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but Kenny did his part.
Yeah.
Some of those games weren't pretty. I'll admit that too. Again, that's why I'm saying the dude's got to be better. This is a make or break year. Like,
no, it is.
I think people were acting like I'm like giving Kenny a pass and stuff. I wouldn't say that. I just know it might take a little bit of time for a quarterback to get things right. I know what I've seen from Kenny. Yeah. He's just got to do it more. Like that's really it. So yeah, this is the year for him, one way or another.
No,
it's either my take's gonna fall flat or I'm gonna be right. We'll see. King Rewrite. Usually catch the pre-recorded live on the third shift. Shout out to y'all. I think people don't realize hard firing and cutting decisions are when you're responsible.
Nah, respect. And shout out to you, King Rewrite, man. We are grateful that you actually were able to catch us on a live, man. So salute you on that, man. And even though that you catch the pre-records, man, we appreciate you on that as well, man. But yeah, it is very difficult, man. It's a lot that goes into just the decision to hire these guys. So when you're talking about the decision to cut ties with them, I mean, it's a lot of resources, a lot of time, and there's a lot of personal equity that goes into a coach saying that, yeah, I think this guy is good enough to be on this team. I think this guy is good enough to help us win. So whenever that decision is made, whether it's a week from then, whether it's 3 years from then, it's always going to be a difficult decision, man, because you got a lot of your personal feelings and your time invested in this person. And you got to think, man, for every practice squad guy that we don't even care about, or, just perception-wise, we aren't, over the top on, it's a person in that scouting department that had to vouch for him. It's a person in that scouting department that had to go put together crazy hours sacrificing to make sure that, I'm willing to put my neck on the line to even bring this guy up. So, yeah, all of that kind of goes into it, man.
Eddie Martinez, the voice of the people, the one and only, the Robarian. Shout out to all the Rough Riders in the chat. No Taylor for Pat. He before the victory.
Respect. Pat single though. You gotta find. We named some of the next waves. It's like you gotta get the machine on our side, bro.
I didn't know what Pat we were talking about.
I didn't know. I thought it was Pat P.
Pat Mahomes
and Pat. I thought because
Pat
Froof.
Yeah. Pat P. I don't know.
No, P. No, not P. P. Mary. Yeah. I thought it was Move. Because we was talking. Yeah, it was Move and Taylor. Move and Tay Tay. They gotta find somebody else.
That's what I was calling for. Yeah.
Yeah. He just missed the opportunity. Gotta get the next window. Next way, but we gave the new options. Is Amber Heard? Is she still in your window? Or
she's got to be available. I think that's bad mojo for the team, though.
You think it's bad?
Yeah, let's not do that.
All right, just check. Figure it can't hurt to ask.
What?
Figure it can't hurt to ask. Just throw it out there. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be good for us.
All right. I definitely would agree.
You know what? We'd get attention. It'd be negative attention.
There's a lot of attention. They say no publicity is bad publicity, though. That's what they say.
I'm not looking for that right now. I mean, we had AB. We know how that went, and yeah, I get it. There's something to publicity, but for a football team trying to win football games, football organization, you want to keep it as quiet as possible. Coward said that a while ago, and
keep
you know
football,
as I'm
man.
as I'm getting older, I'm starting to agree with him. I thought he'd be unfair on some of these diva receivers and some of the dudes that would be a little bit more out there, a little bit more self-promoting. I thought he'd be too hard on him. But as I'm getting older, I agree, man. Like, less noise, the better.
Ain't nothing wrong
Keep
with
it
it,
about
man.
football. Although, I guess the Chiefs are proving me wrong on that.
I just think it's a balance, man.
Although their
They're
noise,
not too
their
loud.
noise is
Yeah.
it's all Taylor Swift
Right.
noise, really. It's not
And that's
about
not-
like what's going on within the team.
And they're not creating that noise.
It's not over
noise.
targets. It's not
Yeah.
over playing time. Get me the ball. It's none of that stuff.
And they're not shooting their own videos either.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's 100% true.
Yeah, they just chill.
Mahomes' brother is, and
But he ain't on the team. He in the
Right.
booth. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you do what you want up there. You just can't be in here doing that, man.
Tony Daniel II says, Moats, no way DJ is worth wide receiver 1 money.
I mean, he doesn't make wide receiver 1 money though. We talked about that when he signed the deal. Remember his deal was what, $2 million more than I think Hunter Renfrow. Yeah, no, 3 because Hunter got 15 and DJ got 18.
Something like that.
That ain't wide receiver 1 money, baby. Nah, go look at what the wide receiver 1s really be making, man. We learned that, unfortunately. We was like, yo, we all were under the same impression, like 18 mil, that's crazy high, until we sat down and looked at the market and we're like, he's actually, I think, appropriately paid, man. Yeah. Them wide receiver 1s, man, they getting 20 plus, you know?
That's it then.
Now, respect.
646.
And it's perfect timing, man. I'm going to shout you out King Tony because King Tony joined the upper room. So welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But a couple housekeeping things, man. We dropped some new film sessions, man. Make sure you check them out. The Keanu Benton and the Jalen Warren. Also, I think that was everything, man. But yeah, hit that like button on the back and don't forget to subscribe. I feel like it was something else I was going to say, and I literally slipped my mind when we got on them phone calls. But such is life. Such is life. Dang, I was about to say it, and I forgot what it was that quick. Oh, well. Got anything on your end, baby? What you got?
Nah, I'm good.
Good little Monday then, man. Good
See you guys
little
Wednesday.
Heck yeah, man. So, with that being the case, we definitely appreciate you for tuning in. Y'all stay safe out there. And until next time, baby.
Peace.